My boss.
Good day, everyone. I'm sorry, Mr. Achievement. The light here just took off light, and
No, no problem with the darkness, my brother.
the
No
bulb there is.
problem. We are not
Oh,
angry.
all right, no issue now. Please, can we?
Yeah,
I think we can just start hitting the points, okay, Mr. Achievement. Let's
yeah,
just
yeah.
fire on.
Yes. Let me just wait for another person that wants to join. Uh,
Okay, how many of us are joining now?
uh, uh four people indicated interest to come online today. Four people
Okay, four guys
indicated.
indicated interest. I think before the other guests come. I think can we start?
Sure, sure. Okay, Abba, I'll give you the floor to introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Ababala Ibrahim. I'm from Yobe State, Damaturu, Nigeria. I work as
Yeah,
an academic, a lecturer in Federal University Geshua, and my area of specialization is history. And beyond working in the university as a lecturer, I also work as a development practitioner. I'm currently working with Wadata Relief Care Initiative, working on countering violence extremism, as well as I'm working on climate change and community
yeah.
resilience as well.
Okay, that's nice. And for the viewers out there who might be wondering what we're doing, we are just talking about our Nigeria situation, which is happening. Abba they used to say they were not aware in the last, in the should I say in the last, is it the last president? He was often reminding us that he was not aware. So what we now did as a citizen, we just want to be making it out there, taking it out there to make them to be aware.
Mm,
All right, that is by the way.
inshallah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Abba, our topic today, there's a lot of things that is happening in Nigeria, and the one that is bothering me so much is about the recent bill that was passed. According to some people, they
Mm.
say that thing was just passed overnight. The president just signed something overnight. He did not even care about the welfare and he did not bother about Nigerians. And you now, you're a should I say a very best friend to Mr. President. You're in their this thing. I want to
Eh,
ask you, what is happening, bro? Why is it that only APC is the one that is saying that Nigeria
mm.
should have a clause under that thing? Is it only APC? Because I don't want to misjudge the something or misquote the something. Is it only APC that is saying that, or
uh,
what is
Mr.
happening?
Achievement, let me actually delve into details of the issues going on. I'm not going to talk here as maybe an APC fan, but let me
Yeah,
quickly dive into to look at the real process regarding election.
yeah,
During the previous election, 2023 election, I was opportune to work as a coalition officer for at the world level here in UB. And what I've come to realize is that almost uh whatever we the entire election processes, these
yeah,
politicians, whenever they want to rig election, they have their way of rigging election, whether it
yeah,
is electronic transmission of results or whether it is direct voting. Whenever these politicians wants to rig election, they will surely rig it. And what I have seen is that the election results were uploaded at IRF were the same results that were announced at the world level. And politicians have their way of doing things. For example, those your ADC guys and people like Peter Obi, they try to capitalize this
wait, Abba,
electronic
Abba, Abba,
transmission of
Abba,
results.
Abba, 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 I want to correct you somewhere. You said those your
Uh-huh.
AT guys, those your ADC
And now
guys.
I know,
What point of
I know.
correction?
All
Point
right,
of
bro. All right.
correction, Abba. I am neutral.
Mm.
All right. I did not take any side. Okay, continue.
All right. No issue. Then we go that be that as me. So
Yeah, yeah,
those ADC guys, they try to capitalize to frame this electronic transmission of results
yeah,
more like a silver bullet to free and fair election in Nigeria, and it doesn't really count. I believe what the president has been doing, the position of APC was that they were trying to avoid real-time electronic transmission of results, because they were suspecting that opposition were trying to capitalize on that to hack the INEC server, trying to manipulate electoral process as well. Both the presidency, the APC side, and the opposition, there's kind of a mutual suspicion. But for me, as a pure Nigerian, I have known how things work. Both the opposition and the presidency, everyone wants to find its own ways. Both the two parties want to just have a way to manipulate election results in their own favor. But of recent, I have come to realize from 2019-2023 election that now APC, the ruling party, have moved away from rigging elections directly using the INEC, because over
Wait,
time, if you can see, yes,
wait a minute. That is a stray bullet to APC, don't you think so?
it's not that I'm
Yes, that
okay.
it
Let me
actually.
okay.
Boy, this
Actually,
is the political party you're a fan of, bro.
actually, I'm trying to, I'm
Yeah,
Mr. Timon, I'm trying to take a neutral position to
I,
actually speak on the facts of the issues.
okay, you want to
Okay,
take a
achievement.
neutral position, but on this fact
Yeah,
now,
I'm actually taking. I'm,
would you say
hmm?
APC rigged the previous election of last year? Is it what you're trying
No,
to
I
say?
can. I no 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 no.
Okay,
I'm trying to say that INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, especially the Independent National Electoral Commission, especially during Jonathan's period, from during Jonathan's period up to the time of 2019, 2015, 2015, 2019,
yeah,
2023, there have been a kind of institutional transformation in INEC. So most election results were actually less manipulative. But
less
now, what
manipulative. That is a good point.
less
I'll take that.
manipulative, less
Yeah,
manipulative. Take that point. I mean,
yeah.
what politicians have now moved is that they have taken the battle to winning elections to the judiciary. For example, take a case of what happened in Zamfara. In Zamfara State, the judiciary was used to take over government in Zamfara State. Take a case of what happened in Imo, how Uzodima took over power. Are you getting me?
Bro,
For Emeka Iheduha. So if you
bro,
can look
see,
at,
what
Mhm.
would you say rigging or emotion? Because I don't think there is. Because
Mr.
if
Chimen,
you're
it's not.
talking about that, there's a topic I wanted to drive down to after this our discussion. That is in regards
Mm,
to Abuja, what the previous election that just happened in Abuja. But before then, if you're comparing Imo State, and you now see that Abuja, there is a lot of biases. But let me leave
they
it.
were sure.
Yeah, continue.
What I'm trying to say is that what's happening within the Nigerian polity is that most now people, the judiciary is becoming increasingly used to take over power from opposition, because INEC electoral processes is more decentralized, because after you cast votes, it's more decentralized and transparent. So there are many legal lacunas, legal gaps which politicians are now exploiting in order to make sure that their own interests are protected by the court, by the judiciary. Are you
Yeah,
getting me, bro? If you
I'm
can look
getting
at
you.
if you can look at, for example, if you look at the case of Kano State election, what happened after the 2023 election where NPP was able to win the election. Unfortunately, unfortunately, there were a kind of speculations that at a point in time, it is only after negotiations with the ruling party that they accepted to allow Abba Kabir Yusuf to continue to remain as the governor. There were clear arguments that the ruling party has made up its mind to earlier on use the judiciary, particularly the appeal court, tribunal, and Supreme Court, uh, in order to take over the government of Kanu. So these are clear instances, and I believe that especially in 2027 election, what the opposition should be more concerned is that they should be more concerned about the judiciary rather than INEC.
Yeah. Okay. If you say so, bro. You've mentioned a lot of points, and you said you don't want to side your you don't want to side your people, the APC. You want to stand in a neutral position.
That
Okay.
if you had invited me as the Northeast coordinator for Aswadi Shetima, then I will be standing in to discuss, to talk about, to defend my own political party. But the invitation you issued to me, you invited me here to come on board as an analyst and to put in my perspective with regards to this development.
Okay, that is fine. I think somebody has joined. Please, can you introduce yourself? Is that Bisola? Okay, this is my boss, Ogami. I greet you. Good evening. Your this thing is mute. Oh, I'm the one. Sorry. You were muted then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Ewumi Akintunde Francis.
Don't worry, bro. You can off the lights. No issue. If it's disturbing
Okay.
you, eh? Yeah. Don't worry.
But please, I really want to
Okay.
see your face, you know. If I can
Yeah.
see your
Okay.
face, it will
Okay.
really be good.
Abba, you
Except
know
for
you
we
have
don't
to on
have
your
light
own
here.
light.
No, you know, here
You
we
have
don't
to.
really have. Nepa just took off the lights, okay? But I will have,
An APC member who is campaigning for Tinubu to come again.
you know, you
Okay.
know, you know, you, I don't actually really want to go into that. But if you ask me what Tinubu has been doing, we'll have many points here to discuss here, okay?
Oh, so you're technically supporting him, not in full.
Yeah, there is no government that is perfect, and whatever, if you want to be fair to your own self, you have to bring whatever government you want to bring in place. You have to make you have to take a balanced position so that at a point in time you won't be lose your own conscience. Okay.
Yeah, I understand you. Okay, my boss.
What's
Please.
Bisola? How are you doing? Hi, Abbas.
No, that is not
Is it
Bisola.
Bisola?
That's why I want him to introduce
Okay.
himself. My boss,
Okay,
introduce
please
yourself.
do so.
Good evening. My name is Ewumi Akintunde Francis.
All right.
Okay.
Can I call you Francis?
No problem. We are good to go.
It's easier for me to pronounce. Okay, as we engage, and I will get to know you in detail, inshallah.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. All right.
Abba, if you like to introduce yourself again, so that he will know you.
All right then. My name is Ababala Ibrahim. I
Okay.
work as a lecturer in Federal University Geshua, Department of Eastern International Studies, and I also work
Okay.
as a program officer in charge of building counterterrorism and climate change and community resilience against violence extremism with Wadata Relief Care Initiative under an EU-funded project.
Okay. All right.
And at the same time, he's my girl. He employed me in an NGO.
Yeah, the boss, Mr.
Stop
Achievement.
that. Stop that. Stop that. Everybody is a boss. God is our superior. So all of us
Amen.
are just trying. Wow.
All
All
right
right.
now.
I'm happy to join this evening.
I am also happy to meet you. I'm happy to meet you, Mr. Francis.
I'm happy to meet you. My namesake, Mr. Ibrahim.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All
You're
right.
also called Ibrahim.
Yes, in my Muslim, because my mom is a Muslim, my dad is a Christian.
Oh,
Oh,
So
okay,
so
from
okay,
you
okay.
you
That's
guys are
nice.
names.
All right now. All right, that's nice. Nice to meet you, Mr. Ibrahim.
No
Mr.
problem.
Ibrahim, before you joined Mr. Francis, sorry, before you joined, I
Uh,
was asking about what is happening now. Share election has come now. You're disturbing us. APC. This guy traveled hours to Kano to campaign for. Is it Kano governorship election or be chairmanship? He went to campaign for Abba.
For me, no, this we actually had a meeting. There is one um uh organization that was formed recently, Aswaju Shetima 2027 election. So I was delegated to be in charge of the Northeast region. So I have to travel to Kano to engage with my boss and my peers so that we engage on how to plan the activities.
You see, campaigned for APC. He called Shetima, our vice president. He went to campaign for APC. So now,
Mr.
so
Ibrahim
now,
is a VVIP there.
uh,
Eh,
my boss now.
Mr.
See,
Francis. mm,
What I was asking him, Abba, I called him Abba. I say, Abba, so if
mm.
you're going to campaign for APC, what do you think APC has done that deserve us to vote them again? That is number one question. But it's not excluding the fact that I was asking one vital question. What is APC afraid of? Because most of
Alright.
the political party said they want e-transmission and they don't want any clause under that their this thing budget which was passed.
Mm.
Abba started running from defending. I don't know. Mr. Ibrahim, what do you have to say about that? About the e-transmission?
Can I
He
come
said
in?
that APC is scared of something. Yeah, take it from me.
Can I come in?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Mr. Ibrahim, this question goes to you directly. Why is APC afraid of e-registration?
You know, Mr.
E-trans-
Francis, Mr. Francis,
Yes. Yes.
we've discussed this, but
Okay.
let's still give it like another holistic examination. When you look at election process in Nigeria, when you take the process of voting, the process of election results, vote counting from the polling units down to coalition at the ward level, down to coalition at the local government level, down to coalition at the state level, you realize that the entire processes of election results of election is more or less more transparent and more or less decentralized. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm
um
getting
the
you.
main issue is that why APC is concerned about including a mandatory e-transmission clause is number one is that APC is cautious of some people hacking the server of INEC, because last time there were almost the IRF witnessed over 1 million cyber attacks during the previous 2023 election. Number one. Number two is that take example, many politicians try to paint this issue of whole e-transition of result as something that has to be done for credible election to become. I believe I actually differ from mainstream politicians in this perspective, because over time, when you look at INEC from 2011 down to 2023, you will see that INEC keep evolving and keep strengthening its processes. INEC is becoming the process of election. If you actually guard your own votes from the polling units down to the World Coalition Center, down to local government coalition center, and down to state coalition center and national coalition center, you will realize that the process is actually free, fair, and transparent. Now, what these politicians are more interested in doing now is it's not about the e-transition of results. The opposition are talking about e-transition of results basically to hit the polity, so as to also hit the drum of politics and also gain sympathy from their own supporters. But most politicians, most politicians in power have abandoned using even direct uh, direct election rigging as a means of getting power. Now it is the judiciary that is at stake. Now, in most cases, for example, you ask yourself this question. Now, do you think if Tinubu loses election, for example, do you think after election, do you think the Supreme Court can be able to take power from Tinubu and give it to another candidate? The answer is the Supreme Court will never attempt to do this. If you look at the if you look at the series of cases we have been having, and I have been observing from 2019 down to 2023, you'll realize that the especially the this election petition tribunal, the court of appeal, and the Supreme Court is becoming increasingly politicized and becoming increasingly the real danger. It is not even the INEC. It's not about a transmission of result. That a transmission of result is more of a political. It's more of a political narrative. People like Peter Obi, the Atiku, and the coalition, they are talking about a transition of results as if it is the sole factor that will guarantee free and fair election. And I believe I differ from them.
Abba say is a political narrative, but they is something like let me say something like this. I saw a article where they were saying APC has almost half of, in fact, more than half, more than 67% of the elected leaders in Nigeria. And even the last conducted election in FCT, I saw another article that was saying that APC won six out of five this thing chairmanship position in Abuja. Sorry, out of six, they won five. In River State
Yes,
that
they want
happened.
PDP
In
won
River
one.
State that happened. Out of is it 23 local government or 24 local governments? I can't remember where. But APC, the what is it called? The minister
Unit.
of FCT, which was Wike as of then, when he was a very good brother to his this thing, made APC to win more than half. If I'm mistaken, please you can check. Half, more than half of the House of Assemblies member, they won the position. Like the statistics of APC is so high that if anybody should say there should be electronic transmission, they should be like, yeah, we will do that because we are not scared. We are always winning. Of course. So now PDP is saying let's have that. ADC say let's have that. Almost everybody wants that. Remove the clause. There's network everywhere. The question is, Abba, I know you're saying is political this, political that. Why is APC not accepting that fact? And in that Senate, House of the Senate, almost APC, if I'm not mistaken, majority of the members there are APCs. Even the Senate president is APC. So, Abba, I don't know if I should say you're just running away from the question.
Mr. Achievement, I'm actually running away from the question. Why? Because number one, I have actually raised concern in regards to our judiciary, how how the judiciary is becoming increasingly politicized, and how confidence in the judiciary is rapidly declining. If you talk about why APC, despite having the majority, is not interested in a transmission of
Sorry,
results,
sorry, Abba,
Play in
let
the
me cut
second.
you.
yeah,
Sorry, Abba, let me cut you. When you were somebody joined in, Bisola has joined in. Hi, Bisola.
okay.
At second.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good
Good
evening. Please
evening.
introduce yourself to us.
Good evening, Bisola.
Good evening, the boss. Good evening, Abba. Good evening,
Good evening, Bisola.
yes, please. I'm liking the argument going on. So it's about APC and Wolf.
We are asking two questions this night, Bisola. The first questions
All right.
we're asking why is APC scared of electronic transmission of results? Because I think the majority of people who are scared of that is APC, according to the narrative from the public. We did not do any statistics, but majority of the people who are scared is APC because ADC wants it, PDP wants it, and other political party want it. That is what they want. Now, the second question we're asking is, did the FCT minister help APC in a rigging election? We don't know. We are asking if he did, because many people are saying he did by going to the election polling units during the election day. And he's not even allowed to vote because he's not from FCT. I don't know. So that is the questions we are asking, Bisola. I think another person has joined. Zita, you can introduce yourself to us.
Okay. And I'm still finding it very difficult to set my camera. I
Don't
don't
worry,
know what's wrong with my phone.
don't worry. If you
I can
can't,
off it, right?
you can off the lights. No issue. Don't stress yourself.
All right, that's fine. Oh, okay. So my name is Zita. Oh, God. Wow.
Okay,
That's fine.
Zita. To make it quick, in the this thing we have Abba with us, we have Bisola with us, and we have Francis with us. All right,
Uh,
all right. You know the topic we are talking about today, right?
Yes, we are talking politics today, and it's ah God.
No, no issue. Talk to you.
All
So,
right, that's
Bisola,
fine.
that is what we are talking about. All right. Abba, hello, Abba, are you there? Okay, Francis, you can take it from me.
Okay. Hello,
You've
Mr.
heard
Abba.
what
Good
Abba
evening.
said. Yeah, you've heard what Abba said. What do
Yes.
you want
Good evening,
to
Mr.
say
Abba.
about?
Please,
Okay,
can
you
I
want
come in? Can I chip in some
yeah, yeah,
things?
yeah. Take it from me,
I
please.
remember you made mention of 2023 election.
Yeah, you're asking Abba, right? Not
Yes,
me.
please.
Yeah. Continue.
Yes, yes, Mr. Abba. You made mention of
Please go
2023
on.
election.
Yes.
Okay. Can you remember that I was once, I don't belong to any political party, but for the first time in my history, in my life, I work for Labour Party.
Okay.
I did it freely without collecting money from them. But because 99%, 99.9% of the youth want Peter Obi to enter.
Did you
I'm
Yes,
going
did
go
you
to
do
on.
tell
Go
you
any
on.
what happened in
statistics?
my
Sorry, did you do any statistics about that,
yes.
or is there any evidence?
There's
99
a,
that's
there's every evidence for someone for a president coming out for the first time in Nigeria and having over 6 million results. It means no, we give it to him as kudos. I did my research because I was one of the agents working for Labour Party in 2023 election.
don't you
Okay.
think that's because like now I was even surprised Seth Abba is campaigning for APC. Don't you think that your number might not be accurate? Even Abba after 4 years of our Pepe, he's still with APC. Eh?
Mm. Go on.
Yeah,
Go on.
continue.
Okay,
I'll
Go
leave
on.
you, please.
Go on,
all
Mr.
right.
Francis.
So why I'm saying this is this.
Mm.
We all know that once the Nigerian youth stand by, irrespective
Mm.
of the party you are coming out from, we know there are some
Mm.
people that's going to collect bribe. We know it happened. This is Nigeria. Everybody are looking
Mm.
for what to eat. We understand.
Mm.
But what
Mm.
where I am going to is this.
Mm.
Why is it that every time there is election or election time is coming, why is it that
Mm.
APC, I'm sorry to say, why is it that
Mm.
APC normally use talk to distort election? This is my
Uh,
fact, not from what I'm getting outside. If I didn't
Mr.
work for Labour
Francis.
Party, yes,
Mm. Mr. Francis, go on.
if
You
I
want
didn't work for
to
Labour Party,
respond, or you want
I
to,
wouldn't have
or you have
gotten
some
some
issues
secret.
to? Yes.
Okay,
Okay, Mr. Francis, go
see,
on.
okay. Why is it that anytime there is election,
Mm.
APC normally try all means to rig election? Why?
Okay, Mr. Francis, the reality is that as a political analyst, let me answer you this question from the political perspective. It is not APC that is always trying to use power to win election or trying to use talks to win election. This is the nature of Nigerian politicians, and it is not only peculiar to APC. If you look at the trends of election in Nigeria's history, when you look at, just go back to history and look at the case of Ekiti state election that was conducted in 2014, and likewise that of Osun State election in 2014, you realize that and compare it to every other election, every politician, especially politicians that are in power, what they try to do is that they try their best to see that they send talks to areas where they know that they are not going to win. And as per any guideline, any place where there is violence, destruction of election materials, where those election materials cannot be retrieved, then that particular election point is going to be cancelled. Are you getting me? And this is the strategy.
Yes,
This especially works in almost every part of the country. They send talks, politicians in general send talks. This is not peculiar to APC. politicians in general send talks to places where they know that for example, if polling units A, they know that they have a very weaker position there, and polling unit B, they have a higher position to get votes there, they are going to destroy that of polling unit A, so that the votes of polling unit A are going to be destroyed, and they will not be counted as per during the coalition processes. Are you getting me, bro?
Yes, I'm getting you.
And as for Peter Obi, I am from northern Nigeria. You said you make mention of 99%. I strongly disagree with you. For me, I believe, though I want the rhetoric of Peter Obi, but I know that Peter Obi cannot give a Nigeria a silver bullet. Maybe that should be a
Ah,
discussion for another day.
I smile.
so who is giving
But you
Nigeria a
know,
silver
Peter
bullet?
Obi pull out the crowd. You know,
You
we
said
all
what?
know in Nigeria that Peter Obi pull out the crowd.
You said you without the what?
Mr. Francis, I don't want us to be dominating this discussion because we have to give opportunity for other people to talk more. But the reality is
Okay,
that it's not
okay.
about Peter Obi pulling out the crowd. Let me tell you this: as
Sorry,
per
sorry, let me
INEC
cut you there.
requirements, yes, sir.
Sorry, let me cut you. If anybody wants to talk, you can just signify and interrupt him. Bisola and Zita, you can interrupt
All right,
him. Okay, at any
Okay.
time. Continue, Abba.
okay. Let
I
me
think they are
let me.
debating on Peter Obi and
Yes,
Yeah, do you
Mr.
have anything you want to
Francis,
say?
Okay.
Mr. Francis, let me actually
I'm
give you
with you, Saba.
some of the requirements. Let me actually give you some of the requirements of winning election in Nigeria. Nigeria is a
Okay.
federation. It's a federation as per the 1999 constitution. Number one is that you cannot win, you cannot be declared as president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria without scoring 25% of votes casted in 20 in
Oh,
two-thirds
why
of
is my
Nigerian states.
network breaking?
Meaning that,
Mhm.
are you getting me? Meaning that you
Yes.
cannot become an election just by winning one region. Even if you win one particular region, are you getting me? Even if you win election in one particular region, you have the highest votes, but you are not able to get third. I mean, you are not able to get 25% of uh, of the votes casted in at least 24 states of Nigeria out of 36. You cannot be declared as president. What Peter Obi did is more like a trial. He just gave the process a trial. But the reality is that he didn't win election.
He didn't do any election.
He didn't win election.
Ah,
And I can
he did.
confidently tell
So
you that
how?
the
So how is
Continue,
that a
continue.
trial? Like, how is that a trial? Like, I
okay,
want to understand
let me
something.
give
How
you a
is
good
that a
example, please.
trial?
Let
Abba,
me give you a good example. Why that is a trial is that Peter Obi has not been able to build a stronghold in northern Nigeria, in the core northern Nigeria. If you talk about, if you look at Nigeria, as I told you that you cannot be declared a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria without having 25% in at least 24 states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You go and make your own countings. You count after
Hmm.
you can actually just go and replay when INEC was declaring the winner of the 2025 of the 2023 election. You will see that one of the core requirements is that having 25% of the vote casted in at least 24 states of Nigeria. Here I'm in Nobe. For me, I'm a progressive. One of my identity is Nigeria, and I strongly love Nigeria. If Peter Obi is coming on board, I will actually love it because I know that there are some basic reforms that Peter Obi might be able to advance, just as the ex-president Muhammadu Buhari was able to put some basic reforms. Because whoever is coming to power, when there is a lot of expectations on him, in most cases, he is able to deliver some things that uh, he is able to deliver some reforms
Hmm.
that most people that you vote into power and there are not huge expectations on them, they will not be able to do that. So if you go to Kano,
Oh,
take example of Kano. Does Peter Obi have votes in Kano? He doesn't. If you come to Yobe, he doesn't. If you go to Bombay, he doesn't have that votes. If you go to Adamawa, he doesn't. If you look at the entire core northern Nigeria, he was not able to get the core votes. And he doesn't even have the structure to win the election. The reality is that politics is not about religion. Peter Obi came to Yobe. When he came to Yobe, he went to Jerusalem. For me, I'm a Muslim. Peter Obi only went to the Christians. For me, if I want to become a president of Nigeria, I don't have to align myself with any religion. If I am truly a progressive, I'm not even blaming that perspective. I'm not even blaming him
But
for that.
Abba,
But the
don't
reality
forget.
is that, yes,
Sorry, don't forget. The
yes,
vice president to be of Peter Obi was a Muslim.
yes. And
That's your thing.
that's proper. But why should you be, for example, why should you go to Kano and particularly go to only Sabangari? That's a political miscalculation. Let me tell you something. Me as a Muslim, if I want to contest election, I will go to church. I will go to church and I will go and greet I will even go to see the Pope. At least let me give the Christians also a sense of belonging. At least you are a national figure.
Sir,
Are you getting me?
Bisola,
Are
if
you
you want
getting
to
me?
say
I
you
mean,
can,
sir,
you're
sir, I
okay.
don't think this is adding.
I'm against you. I'm not getting you. I'm against your talk. I'm
Ah,
against your talk this night. You said Peter Obi. Peter Obi is not doing well. He's not a good politician. All this year, but and
I
can you
believe,
hear me?
I pray that Mr. Achievement, I pray
Yeah,
that someday we will be able to invite Peter Obi and bring him to the table here.
of
sir,
course, we are looking
Because
forward to that.
for
Of
me,
I'm
I'm
course,
a
we
pure
will
Nigerian.
have
I'm a pure Nigerian.
100%
I am a pure
supporter.
Nigerian. Yes, go on, please.
I said I'm 100 opinion because the candidates they brought from APC from APC is not really eligible. Do you know that Peter Obi won in Lagos State,
I know,
won the election in Lagos State?
please.
Bisola, sorry,
Please,
sorry. You
Yes,
said the candidate is not eligible. How?
I said he's vouching the candidates APC released that was last 4 years, and I said okay, fine. The candidate was not eligible for for winning the post of a president. But Obi is for the youth. All the youth love Peter Obi. Whether you like it or not, all the youth love Peter
Abba,
Obi.
Abba has explained that to
That
you. That
that's for
Abba has already told you that you Peter Obi did not win the North because of religion barriers. I don't know if you heard that part.
religion. He was not
The,
biased.
the,
I also understand the fact that he was biased. I don't know why he said he was biased.
no,
He
I'm not
was
saying
not
Peter Obi was
like
biased. I mean, because of them, they are feeling he's from the Christian. He's not, trying to carry the Muslims
he
along. So
has
they
a
are playing
candidate that
him.
was Muslim. I think he has a candidate that was Muslim as well.
Yeah, yeah,
So
he
there
has
was
a
what
vice. That is the
argument. It's
question
not
I even
about
asked
this
you.
religious purpose or something. It's not about
I
religious
think
purpose
Abba,
or
what is your
anything.
question? Let me
yes,
need to answer her.
There should be a change
okay.
for me.
What is that? I mean, for example, please, what is that your name? Please,
Abba,
can you
please,
call?
I want to
Can you
ask
let
you
me
a
know your name?
question. Sorry,
Okay, please ask me. Please ask me. Mr. Achievement,
sorry to cut
while
you
Yes,
Peace
sir.
is asking question, please, I want you to please just go online. Please check for the 20. Please, can you refer back to us so that we can check the 2023 election results? I believe we should bring
2023
it here.
election results. Of
Yes, you
course, I
should
can
bring it
just
here.
okay. I can just
what?
2023 election results.
2023 election. It's 2023.
Yes, yes.
All
Please
right.
just check that. But while you are checking that, let me address your own concerns. For me, you see, I'm a Muslim from northern Nigeria, from the core north. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
yeah.
I'm a Muslim from northern Nigeria. For example, I stayed with Achievement. I stayed with him in India. We stayed together. I mean, we share so many things together with him. For me as a Nigerian, I don't see religion as a factor in deciding who to be the president of Nigeria. I don't bother about that. But as a political analyst, if I am going to talk about why Peter Obi lost the election, or why he will not win the election, then I have to categorically tell you where he has missteps. Because anybody that loves Peter Obi, whether you like Peter Obi or you don't like him, if you are to tell him the truth and you are to be critical about your analysis, you will see the truth is that Peter Obi has dominated his campaign.
The truth about what,
He particularly
please?
look he has categorically looked at more he has categorically dwelled more on the 2011 Jonathan's election results. He was wanting just to replicate that. He just wanted to win election in southern Nigeria and co-Christian states to become the president of Nigeria. And that's a big mistake. As progressive as Peter Obi is, religion shouldn't be a concern to him. And that was the reason why he even lost the election. That was the reason why he lost the election. Because if you look at the election results, you will see that Peter Obi has not been able to get 25% in 2/3 of Nigerian states. So if you didn't win that, already you have lost the election.
But Abba, some people were
Yes.
saying that election was stolen from
Yes.
Peter Obi. What do you think about that? That
It was never
him.
stolen. Peter Obi has not even won the election. Where did Peter Obi win the election? Where? Let me tell you something. You cannot win an election in Nigeria. I have to tell you this. You cannot win an election in Nigeria without first scoring the majority of the votes casted. Again, of value vote casted. Again, you can't win election without at least scoring 25% in 2/3 of Nigeria states. That's the law. Where and how did Peter Obi won the election and he was rigged? How? Atiku didn't win the election. I personally, if not for political interest, that I want to get something from this government, I personally doesn't like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Let me tell you the truth.
What?
I want to get something.
Wow.
I want to get something. But I personally don't like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I can vote Peter Obi. Let me tell you something. I can vote Peter Obi and not vote Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But the reality is that, as we are analysts, as if you want to be fair to yourself, if anybody tries something and he didn't get it, he has to ask himself. Yes.
Is that your phone? Please, can you mute it? Whose phone is ringing? Sorry, which person's phone is ringing? By the way, is that Abba's phone? It was singing a Christian song. Oh, he's a Muslim.
Song, lie.
Okay.
So what
Okay.
what Mr. Abba is saying, I don't really understand, because I don't really understand why candidates will be contesting for a post. Like, I don't understand. Is religion supposed to be a criteria for winning an election in Nigeria? He is saying Peter Obi did not win the election, and that, I don't know, but as long as I'm concerned, yes, I'm speaking for myself, that election was like, it was, I don't know. Let me just say, Nigerian government, like, they believe in announcing the election. Like, people's votes, if you would ask me, people's votes don't count. That is just the truth. Like, regardless of the political party. No, yes, it could be APC, PDP. Yeah, I can remember then PDP was a ruling party until Atahiru. I think Atahiru Jega was the INEC president then. When we voted for Buhari, I think that was the INEC chairman that did did his, so he said, let me just do this Nigerians good and step down. You understand? Like everybody, almost everybody, like people's votes count. Like they counted them. People's votes counted, and it was the election was free and fair, and nobody complained about it. You understand? Everybody voted for Buhari. Then I can still remember, like, you know, during that time of election where you're following this thing up. You understand? And everything was cool, but before
Sister,
then, like, Nigerians, they believe in like announcing they believe in announcing the winner. Like,
sister,
they will do it. Then if you're not comfortable with it, then take us to court. I don't know if anybody is understanding me. And
sister,
then
sister, I understand you.
eh
What is really happening is that the northern part, they don't know what they are going for. That is why they allowed um, that to win the election in their own place. They don't know what they
the
are
thing
looking
is
for.
the thing is
They
the
are
thing
really
is we
Sorry,
can't.
confused.
sorry. It seems like one of you connected to earphone. Did you connect
I'm
to
not
No,
earphone?
connected.
no,
Okay, okay.
No.
Continue. Maybe it's Abba. Continue.
So what I'm saying is, I don't know. Like me, I did. Was when did they do this election that Tinubu? I don't even know. But say Peter Obi, me, I didn't even know. Like at some point, and I could not even keep up with it because it was annoying and all. It was very, very annoying and all. People are going out to vote in the rain. Old people are going out to vote, and at the end of the day, they're announcing they're announcing something different, and everybody is
Please,
okay with it.
please,
You
Mr.
understand?
Achievement,
Everybody is just
Mr.
Yes,
Achievement, Mr.
yes,
Achievement. Let me mention something here. Look,
yeah,
please, I want us to please respect ourselves. We are coming here as Nigerians for us to discuss issues, problems that we believe are here. And some of the issues I'm trying to raise concern on, I'm not talking about things emotionally. I
yeah.
don't talk emotionally.
right.
I try my best to see that
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying the truth. Please don't bring any reason
No, I just love the
and say that
seriousness.
the Northerners
I love
doesn't know
this.
what they are doing or something like that. Please don't bring that to the table. I don't have any personal problem with Peter Obi. I don't have any issue with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If you ask me, let me tell you something. If you the president that just exit, if you ask me who was the president did did his best for Nigeria in terms of infrastructure, I will say that it's Muhammadu Buhari.
Ah,
But for me, I can say
Hmm.
that. Let
I'm
me tell you this
Ah.
truth.
against
Let me
that.
look,
No,
Mr. Achievement, Mr.
no,
Achievement,
no,
you are
continue.
actually
Sister,
Mr. Achievement, Mr.
yes,
Achievement.
sir.
For me, Mr. Achievement, I can remind you that during Muhammadu Buhari, I was a victim of ASU strike. Our
Mm.
8 month salary was not paid to us by the
And,
government,
and by the
and
way, guys,
almost
remember,
yes, please.
Abba is
I
a
want us to
federal university lecturer, so he's talking out of experience. Continue, Abba.
please. I have even let me tell you something. I have many students from southern Nigeria. I don't have any problem with anybody. Let me be categorical to you on this. I don't have any problem. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Right.
Yes.
I actually don't have problem with anybody. Some of my best students and the students that I love so they are from southern Nigeria. They are Christians. I don't have any problem with that. We bring Nigerian issue, we discuss them. For example, I was saying that Buhari did more to infrastructure than any other president. You guys were laughing. But when you go to look at the books, you look at the second Niger bridge was done by Buhari. You look at the Lagos Ibadan rail line was done by Buhari. You look at Wari Itape rail project was done by Buhari. These are national projects that were initiated. Some of the projects were initiated in over 30 years back. Despite Nigeria's economic crisis, when oil prices were going down, when government revenues were in a very bad shape, his government was managed to pull an infrastructure stride that was unprecedented in Nigeria. When you look at our airports, the new terminal, Mr. Achievement, I believe you use
Yeah,
the new terminal. When you look at them,
the one at
these
Abuja,
were
right?
all
Or
built by
Lagos.
this. The one in Abuja, Lagos, and Kano. These were all built by Buhari. Though some of the contracts, in Nigeria, our previous governments, they like awarding contracts. They will keep awarding contracts and keep bringing good initiatives, but they don't implement them. They don't implement them. That's just a problem. But if you look at, again, that's another topic for another day. But on the issue of Peter Obi, if you guys truly love Peter Obi, then you should look at the political sensitivity of Nigeria. As you see Peter Obi, I know his capacity. When Peter Obi is talking, I don't look at the religious side. I look at his argument with regards to economics, with regards to industrializing Nigeria, with regards to moving Nigeria forward. I look at them. Can you hear me, please? I
Yes, I
don't
can
look
hear
at his religion entirely. But you cannot be a progressive if Tinubu did Muslim ticket out of religious bigotry, then why should Peter Obi, while making his campaign, just move only to Christian places in the north? In northern Nigeria, this is a place where we are battling, working to make people see beyond religion. Think
Sir,
about development beyond religion. But
but
from
during
that perspective, but please, can I go on? But you going
you. Go
only
on,
to
go on.
Christian side, the Muslims will not vote you. That's the reality in Nigeria.
Sir,
But
but
That's
if
the
you
see,
ask
reality.
me, during
Yes,
yeah,
during Peter Obi's campaign, he was also
yes.
seen with Muslims. He was seen in mosques, and he was, he did a whole lot of things. He was carrying everybody along too. So I don't
Okay, let me
really
ask you something.
understand why.
Okay, let me give you a good example. Why should Peter
Okay.
Obi go to Kano and go to Sabangari only? There is no presidential candidate. Kano is the heart of northern Nigeria. I'm just telling you something that, let me tell you something. No matter how you love someone, try as much as possible. There is no person that doesn't make mistakes. Maybe some of the things that I'm saying here, I'm actually making mistakes. I might be making mistakes in some areas. But even yourself, if you want to be fair to yourself, look at yourself on the mirror. I know Peter
Mm.
Obi, one of his mistakes that he is reflecting is on this issue. You cannot become like, look at Buhari. Nigerians love Buhari for since 2003, especially northern Nigeria.
Nigeria
I
does
mean,
what? I want you to say
let
that
me
thing.
put it here,
You
please.
say Nigeria does what?
Look, northern Nigerians, House of Fulanis, they love Buhari to become the president of Nigeria since
Mm.
2003. But Buhari
Okay.
never become the president of Nigeria until he have an alliance with southern Nigeria. There is
Wow.
no way you can win election in Nigeria with focusing on one region or religion. You are just wasting your time.
But
That's just the truth.
Mr. Abba, if I may ask, why is that so?
Why is that so?
Why?
Because number one, there is a constitutional requirement. You cannot become a president of Nigeria without scoring 25% in at least two-thirds of Nigerian states. After you got that percentage, then they will come and compare in INEC rules and in the constitution. Then they will now compare the votes you score with that of others. If you have the highest number of votes, then you will be declared as president. But if none of
Mm.
you was able to get 25% in all the states, in 24 states of Nigeria at least, then there will be a second election round. There will be a round. A president cannot
So
be declared. And the
okay,
reason
so
why this was made, and
But
let me
Abba,
go on. And the reason why this law
okay,
was passed is
just one.
because no region should just close their own place and declare a president. If that means,
mm,
if that law doesn't exist, it means that I can just stay here in Yobe and Kano, and I will mobilize people from northwest and northeast. They'll go and do voters card, and I will focus my campaign just in northwest and northeast, and I will mobilize people. And if they vote me massively, are you getting me? If they vote me massively, even if the southerners didn't vote me and not central didn't vote me, then I become president. In Nigerian constitution, that cannot happen, and that is even tantamount to
Okay,
chaos.
Abba, this is where I want to come.
Yes.
You know that Nigeria, according to the constitution, which they said,
Yes.
there was another constitution that was breached by
Mm.
the judge, where they say FCT must be won by the presidential candidate,
Mm.
and
right,
Peter Obi won FCT,
Yes.
and
right.
now they Tinubu did not win FCT, and
Yes,
he did not even win the previous FCT, which is Lagos.
Right.
yes,
What do you have to say about that?
yes. Let me put it. Under the Nigerian Constitution, FCT have a status of states. There is no provision of the Constitution that mandates a president to win FCT. The main
So
the
it
main
is not
constitutional
mandated.
it is not. It is not, please. It is not, please. Go and check anywhere. If you go and use AI, go and ask ChatGPT. Ask him, is it mandatory to win FCT before you become a president of
Don't worry, I'll
Nigeria? It is
now.
not. Please, you can Google it. That
I'll
these
Then
look
why
are
for
did
all
it.
they make
political
why did they
maneuver.
make it
Let me tell you
mandatory?
something, please, Mr. Achievement. These are all
Yeah,
political maneuver. My hope is that Peter Obi should come and establish a grassroots political base in the north. Let him also make his campaign to be national. Let him make his agenda to be national so that he will become the president.
Hey,
Hmm.
Please go
continue.
and check.
There's
What
This
going
is
to
it
be
Peter,
a
you
saying?
lot
can
of argument this evening.
look, Mr. Achievement.
Yeah,
Let me tell you something. I don't have any personal attachment. I repeat it, all resentment toward Peter Obi. I don't have. If Peter Obi will become the president of Nigeria, wallahi, I will love it. Because I know that if Peter Obi becomes the president of Nigeria, there are many reforms that Peter Obi will make. Despite the fact that I know that Peter Obi, his impacts will be minimal. Because most of the problems we have with Nigeria today are
guys,
structural.
let me interrupt Abba. It is not compulsory. It's not compulsory. You can see the screen there. They say no scoring 25% of votes in FCT is mandatory. Continue, Abba.
You said what? Read it, please.
No scoring 25% of votes in Federal Capital Territory (FCT) is mandatory.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, the AI was answering the question. It said no, scoring 25% of votes in the Federal Capital Territory is not a mandatory state
It's
requirement.
not a mandatory. What Peter
Yeah.
Obi has been doing and Atiku was political maneuver. Peter Obi, I wish Peter Obi and Atiku contested together in 2023. They would have won the election. That's not the rocket science. If you look at the votes of Peter Obi and votes of Atiku, they would have won the election.
mm.
They would have won the election, but they divided themselves because Peter Obi also just wanted to become president at that time. Atiku also, and that's it. And they failed. And they failed. And if things doesn't change the way things are going on, and I hope and pray that things will change, Pete Tinubu will still win the election. I don't really
Of
hope that.
course, he will. As always, he will. He will win the election because I still will say it. People's votes
Mm,
don't count. That is just the truth.
I'm telling you,
They
they don't
don't
count.
count.
my
They
If
don't
sister,
count.
people's
my
votes
sister,
they don't
In this
count,
country,
so he
Nigeria, they
my
still
don't
sister,
will win
count.
the
my sister,
election.
my
No,
sister, my
Mr.
sister, please,
Abba, Mr.
my
Abba,
sister,
no,
please,
that's
Wait,
the
wait,
my
truth.
sister,
wait,
my
Zita,
sister. I
Zita,
don't
don't
really
skip
want
out
to be
the question.
my
Yeah,
sister.
continue.
I want you. I want to tell you something. I am in Yobe. I'm in Damaturu. Here, I'm in Damaturu. In my own word, I cannot
Mhm.
use the political trends or the thought and ideology of people of Yobe and predict a general election. This is the
Mm.
gross mistake. Because just look at what has been happening in northern Nigeria. In the north, let me give you this history. The rise of Peter Obi is similar to the rise of Muhammadu Buhari around 2003, 2007, 2011. In the north, it even reached a point where people were burning tires, rioting because Buhari didn't win the election. And many people believe that Buhari won the election. It is their votes that didn't count, and that's fallacy. That's fallacy. People, if you guys want Peter Obi to win election, if you guys want Peter Obi to win the election, you tell him the truth. Let him re-strategize. And I believe if Nigerians truly come out and vote for any president, that president will surely win the election.
That's
And
not
it
true. I
is
disagree with you. I
okay.
disagree with you on that. I strongly disagree with you on that because why? You tell me why good number will come out to vote for an
Mhm,
election, and then at the election is
mm,
being rigged. It be like they
mm,
announce whoever they want to, and this is the same thing. Like no amount, here in the FCT, People are going out to the government house to peaceful movement. But if you ask me, that is a total waste of time. They're just wasting their time because at the end of the day, you all of us will just be here and say at the end of the day, except except President Bola
Mm.
Ahmed Tinubu joins his ancestors, he's coming back. Do you understand? He will still come back.
Uh, uh,
And it's not like
Please,
it's not like
my sister,
hey,
my sister. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something,
Mr. Abba,
please.
I'm listening
Before
to
you said
you.
whether, I mean, my sister, what's that your name? Let me be calling you with the
Zita.
name that will sound more formal. Zita, I want you
Yes,
please to
sir.
do something. Please and please just do something. You know, there is one thing in life. The more you are trying to dig down and explore more facts, the more experience you become in life. I advise you
Yes.
Right.
that try your best. Let me tell you something. If you are supporting Peter Obi this election, I will make this assignment for you. I will assign within my own campaign team. I am going to assign people here in northern Nigeria in about 10 to 15 states. Within your own place, you should also do the same. If you do that the same, these people will go there from the polling units after election. They will count, and you should be part of it. Just wait after they finish counting the elections at the polling unit, and observe the process of what happens at the polling unit, and observe the process of what happened at the world coalition level, where the results of polling units are gathered and collated, and observe what happened at the state coalition unit, and observe where the results are counted and how everything is done, and follow up your votes up to the national coalition unit. Wallahi, let me tell you something. Wallahi, I swear by God, Peter Obi knows that he didn't win the 2023 election. And if you do that, let me tell you something. If you do that, my sister, after you have done that, you will come to realize that saying they are rigging election is a simplistic term. Elections are rigged, but the incidences are not much.
Actually, she's saying they
If
are
you look at the process,
She's
allegedly,
saying
yeah,
that
I
they
know,
are
I know.
allegedly. Yeah, she did not say they rigged the election. She said they
I mean, let me
allegedly
tell you,
rigged
I've been
the
Mr.
let's get
Achievement,
that out
Mr.
there.
Achievement,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Achievement, even allegedly. Let me tell you a
Because that
story.
is what
Last year,
because that is the word of the people. That is what everybody is saying. They allegedly
Mr.
rigged the
Achievement,
election.
Mr. Achievement, Mr.
Yeah.
Achievement. Do you know that last year, during the last election, I was attacked by talks. By talks attacked me.
Wow.
In fact, It was only security agencies that spared my life. Here,
Hmm.
I was a victim of election violence. And the main reason why I was attacked is because the people there, some people, some talks, they believe that they were expecting that just because they love their candidate, he must win and where I'm collated. And that cannot happen. Just because you love
Can
someone
you
doesn't
mention
mean
the
that
name of that
you,
political party? What
that
political
party,
party?
they voted for NNPP. They wanted,
Any?
they voted for NNPP. They wanted APC to lose the election there.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wallahi, in fact, it was only SS that tried their best to see that they spare my life there. And I was a victim. And this is the kind of ideology that they are saying that they're rigging election. If and let me tell you something. The most common form of election rigging in Nigeria is vote buying. Vote buying. That was what I will tell you, that almost every polling unit, every election happens. But if you look at the processes, you will know whether your candidate win election or otherwise. If you come out and vote your candidate massively, wallahi achievement, if the South voted Peter Obi massively and the North also voted him massively, there is no way Peter Obi will not become the president of Nigeria in 2027. Wallahi, there is no way.
Wow.
I can assure you this. And this is because if you love your candidate, tell him the truth. If you love your father, for example, and want him to prosper, or your kid, let me give an example to a kid. If you love your own kid and want him to prosper, don't insist that your kid must not. Don't believe that whenever your kid tell you that in school they have demoted him, you believe that they failed him intentionally. Look at what your kid did. Did he did his homework? And you look at the circumstances, you reviewed as well. You become your independent judge as well. But everybody knows that Peter Obi and Atiku, they didn't win the election. They only went to court to waste our time.
But talking about vote buying now,
Exactly.
this question is for the supporters of Peter Obi, Zita, Bisola, and Francis. Somebody was saying something one time. You know, Chief Obi Kubana and Kubana Chief Priest and etc.
Yes,
Most
I
of
know him.
them, they are now doing something called City Boys Movement. They are Igbos,
Yes,
but they are doing City Boys Movement for Bola
yes.
Ahmed Tinubu. Now, Zita, do you think
Right.
because Peter Obi is very stingy, that is why, according to people, they said he's stingy, allegedly. That is why
No,
his own
no.
people would abandon him.
That's if you ask me, that is not it. You see this, you see people, you see this whole politics thing. It's power. I don't know if you understand. It's power.
Sorry,
And then Peter Obi
sorry
does
for
not
cutting you.
possess.
Sorry for cutting you. Somebody's earphone is connected. Please, can you remove the earphone so that she will be audible? Yeah, continue.
So this politics thing is power. And then if
Yeah.
you ask me, Peter Obi does not possess such power as Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't know if you understand.
Okay.
Tinubu has like he has he's in possession of power. So now, yes, and these people they want money, they go for the money, and then even if you can't even compare, you can't even compare. You cannot compare Peter Obi to what is his name? Asiwa Bola Ahmed.
Don't forget,
You can't.
2015, Jonathan had the power. And Buhari was a complete poor man. Even he made a statement one time that I was a very poor man because I don't have money. People laugh at me. And
Right, right,
to win the primaries for APC during them, he made that
right.
confession that he was a
Mhm.
poor man. So you won't say your own people from your own state would abandon you and go and support somebody from one
Yes, that
state.
is
Considering,
yes,
yeah,
that is
continue.
it's because of the power and the money involved, sir. It's because of the power and the money involved. If you ask me, I will say that again. Because like everybody they're doing it for what, like it's for their own personal gain. It's for their own, you know, it's for the city boy movement and whatever. It's just to acquire more wealth. It's for their own personal gain. Because tell me why some like Nigerians are saying they do not want what is his name? They don't want to vote Bola Ahmed Tinubu in. Yes,
Yeah.
not all. Most Nigerians are saying it. Like and then Peter Obi on the other hand, he does not possess power, and that is why his people, his Obi Kubana and Kubana chief priest, they too they just want to be where the money is. That is just the truth.
Okay.
Because if you yes, they just want to be where the money is. Because if you ask me, they will tell you Peter Obi has nothing to offer, and then they want to be rich till they die. Yes, that is just it. I
Yeah,
don't know if anybody is
you're saying
understanding me.
allegedly
Hello, yes, I
is not in the
understand.
power.
Hello,
Yeah, yeah. Bisola, I want to
can
say
I
something.
say?
Yeah.
Yes, I want to say something. Number one thing I realized from this election thing as of the past years, that is the 4 years. So before now, I think Lagos State, the youth wanted a change. That's
Okay.
why
Yes.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not win in Lagos because, of course, Jagaban supposed to win Lagos.
Of course.
Generally, wanting you, but the change is because of change. Fine, and Peter was supposed to be a good candidate. So but is not political candidate in court that is highly political. They want a change, but having been they have another candidate that can level up to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we should have a good president by now. But
Exactly.
the next person they wanted was Peter Obi, and that is the only option. That was why they voted
But
Peter Obi
don't
in
forget,
in that last election.
in that 2023, PDP rolled out what is his name? Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar
Right.
is no matter
They know
that
article.
he's just like
Because
should I say a very quiet person. That man is a very rich man, a bastard.
Right.
Allegedly, according to what I've seen, they say that man is a very rich man. Can
Right.
rank himself among the likes of the Dangote. So
Mm-hmm.
I think he has the money, he has the connection, he has everything.
it's not only
He does
money we
not
are
have the
talking about
connection
here.
compared to
No,
Asiwaju. Oh. The thing is, they wanted
it's
like the
it's not
thing
only
is, I think
money.
what
You don't know what the youth
I
are
think
looking into. You don't get. They don't know what they are looking. They are looking for change. And change not negatively, but positively. But in the era that we are now, what will you think Nigeria is it positively or backward in the era that we are now? That is the change now. Fine, we have APC and they say change. In the era that we are now, is the change moving positive backwardly?
That
Because
question is supposed to go
we have
to Abba.
we have
Yeah,
we
continue.
have regression in economy in our economies now we have inflation already. We have high rate of inflation
economy.
already in our economy
Abba,
already.
thank God you're
We have rate
joining.
of
They're asking you
inflation
a question, Abba.
and people are not there they actually something. People there is no trust again. They are not well communicated with. They didn't communicate to the citizens of Nigeria that this is how it will go, this is how it will be. So they are distrust already.
Zita,
Yes, sir.
am I audible, please? Yeah,
Yeah, you're
Zita,
audible.
please don't call me sir. Just call me Abba. Just call me Abba. Okay. I'm really having.
You want to be
I'm
your
really
second
Okay,
getting.
Abba?
Mr. Abba.
Yeah, please. I'm really actually having getting the discussion we are doing here very much interesting. There is one thing I really want you to also notice that if Peter Obi can win Lagos and he accept that he win
Right.
Lagos, can you hear me? And even you guys accept that Peter Obi won Lagos. So why is it that those places that he didn't win, he didn't accept that he lost the election in those places?
No, no,
Politicians
no,
always.
Mr. Abba, that is not it. That is not it. Like,
Then what
of
is happening?
course, Peter Obi lost in some of the states. Like, there is no doubt about it. There is no doubt. He did not win in the whole 36 states of Nigeria. He didn't. He lost in some of the states. But what I am saying is the election was allegedly rigged. Like, there is nothing like
It's no.
what's
Let me
going
let me
on.
tell you something. It's not about allegedly. It's not about allegedly. For me,
It is
let me
alleged,
put my own
sir,
final
Mr.
prayer.
Abba. It is
Uh,
alleged. It is alleged that the election was rigged. It is alleged that it was. So that
Zita,
is
Abba,
it.
Zita,
Abba is trying to let
Zita,
you
Out
know.
of
Sorry,
Zita,
every
sorry to
emotion.
come in here.
Zita, Zita.
Zita,
Can you hear
Abba
me?
is
Yes,
trying
sir.
to
Can
let
you
you
hear me,
know.
please?
Mr.
Yeah,
Abba, I
Okay.
can
you're
hear
Let's
trying
you.
go
to
that the
demonstrate
election.
something. Continue,
Let's go
Abba.
that the election was rigged. I'm not trying to, but please and please, you have to lower your hopes. Even if Peter Obi can become the president of Nigeria, if you look at
Mr.
most
Abba,
politicians
Mr.
don't like telling
Abba, I
people the
don't even
reality.
have hopes. Mr. Abba, my hopes are not even.
I think we have just lost Abba accidentally. Francis, you've been silent for a while now.
No, I'm still following up. I'm still following up.
Yeah, but what
I'm
are
still
you?
following up.
What are you seeing? What Abba said that Peter Obi, we should not put our hope on Peter Obi that he
Hello.
might lose again. What do you say
See,
about that?
I
Can you hear
See,
supported
me?
I'm
that.
still
You might know
continue
you
to
will
say
Is it
this.
not
that?
allegedly you will
Ninety-nine
not win
percent,
again.
99.9% of the youth still believe in Peter
Let's
Obi.
be fair.
99. You're still using that your
Hello?
statistic.
I'm still using it though.
Your own
Irrespective
name.
of any party is going to, they still have total belief in him.
But my own opinion, my strong opinion is that Peter will not he's not going for he's not going to presidential candidate.
Hello?
Yeah. You're audible.
Where
Bisola,
we
you're
have
audible.
about
Ready,
we have
ready.
some we have about different of IR
Oh, Abba is having. I think Abba
Peter
is having
Obi.
a network challenge right
Peter
now.
Obi not
Network issue.
Yeah, he's having some troubles with network. Yeah, continue, Bisola.
what I'm saying is that IR
Uh,
they can Peter Obi cannot do that to that kind of power already. So it's a win for me from Peter Obi. And
Hello, Mr. Achievement.
yes, bro.
Please,
there's some
please, from my own end, the network here is actually fluctuating.
I
I
understand.
see his network. His network.
Yeah,
Maybe
the network is
against
getting bad.
assistance.
Yes.
Inform the server to log out and log in again.
Yeah, you can go out and you can join again, no problem. The link is just there.
Yes. You can just put his phone on a flight mode. After some minutes, let him remove it from flight mode.
All right, so you can do that. Mr. Abba, is your network still disturbing you?
can you hear me, please?
Yeah, Bisola, I can hear you.
So what I'm saying is that what I'm saying is that there's some cabals that people cannot reach. There's some level of IRA that we cannot reach. So politics of course
Yes, you're right.
is is a power and it gives W has to be highly political inclined. Like if you have another candidate apart from Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Peter Obi and he has that high political is highly inclined of us and the power. I think many youth will want to come up for that. But if Peter Obi rise up now and say that he wants, I'm sure that he can't win the presidential seat. I'm not a sure of that. So that one, if and Peter Obi is contending as the next election, Bat is going to win again. Very sure, 100%. That is my. Can you hear me?
Is Mr. Abba back? Hello, Mr. Achievement.
Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So, is Mr. Ababa.
It's not back yet.
So, Francis, do you hear what I just said last time?
Yes, I do. Yes.
I said if Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Peter Obi is contending for the next election again, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu will still
No, no,
win
no.
Peter
Back.
Obi.
I told you.
You
Yes.
said
Did somebody connect earphone?
No, 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 no. I'm not using iPhone.
Okay, seems like it's about. All right. Actually, I was saying that it seems like you guys have finally accepted what Bisola, I was talking to you then. I was saying that seems like you finally accepted what Abba was saying. That Peter Obi did campaign, he tried his best, the South was on his side, but the North was not on Peter Obi's side. That is the point Abba was trying to make us understand. That 25% Peter Obi was supposed to get it from the North. He failed to get 25% from the North. And rather, the little percentage he had from the South, he was even fighting with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the South. And it even shocked me, sincerely. It shocked me that after everything, we are crying. We are crying that things are not going well in Nigeria. Nigeria is having a tough situation. And somebody will just tell me that, that president that is still in power is the person he's fighting to bring to power. What do you think about that, Francis?
See, one thing I know in Nigeria, right from when I was small, is this: for a sitting president in Nigeria to win a sitting president is always very tough.
Yeah.
It's always very tough. The only president I know that did it freely, without no chaos, without no fight, is God, former President Goodluck Jonathan.
No, Goodluck Jonathan did not win the election.
No, no, no. The only president, a sitting president that
Okay,
left there without no chaos.
okay, you're right.
Yes, yes, President Goodluck Jonathan did it. So since then, I have not
Bisola,
ever well with any
Bisola, unplug
president.
your earphone. Bisola,
Yes.
unplug your earphone.
I
Because it will be affecting our voice. Yeah. Continue, Francis. Francis, are you there?
So what I'm saying is this:
Yeah.
if come 2027 election, from my research, from what I'm getting, it will not be very easy for Peter Obi to win President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027 election.
But don't forget.
Just like what Abba said,
Yeah.
Peter Obi needs to sit down, rethink and replan himself. He will definitely try his best in 2027, which I know he can win.
Which you can win. All right. Before we'll go to the last part of this our discussion this night. So say good
Okay,
night. I just want to ask one small question. Why do you think we know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is interested in coming back as the president of the country, but don't you think that
even all
there should
the
be
kings are accepting and endorsing.
what? Come again?
Even all the kings in Nigeria has endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come back again.
I don't think Nigeria actually endorsed him, but I think he wants to come and complete his 8 years. But
I don't know whether it's rumor. I don't know whether it's rumor or it's fact. I'm hearing that maybe one of the Senate is saying that if president should be coming to one seat
wait,
for
wait,
2 years.
Bisola,
yes.
or did you connect earphone or headphone or AirPods to your device?
No airpod, no iPhone.
Because my voice is echoing when
Can
you
you
talk.
hear me?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can hear you.
I said he will come back with his tax law, and that will be signed, and very, 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 and you know the tax law now, so everything will start again. It will be like a bombshell.
Yeah, that you're talking when Tinubu come back, right?
You know the tax law I'm talking of.
Yeah, I
Tinubu come.
understand you. You're talking of when Tinubu come back for the second term, Abi?
Yes, and the tax law
Yeah,
will be signed,
yeah.
because when he entered as a president, the first thing he was remove the subsidy, and that was a bombshell to everybody. When if he's coming back now, he didn't talk about the tax law, right? So if he's coming back now, there'll be a bombshell again, and that is the tax law. That he didn't endorse. He's going to endorse it.
But for me, I'm just thinking like this question is to you guys. Uh, should should there be no should there like the situation in Nigeria? Tinubu used his mouth and said one time that if he disappoints and if he does not give 24 hours power supply, that nobody should vote him again in Nigeria. Should that not be a point of contention where everybody of Nigeria citizen will say, "Bro, see what you said. You say this on live TV," because they will not say it's an AI. It was published in most of the journal articles and in the newspaper, in even TV. So he won't say it's an AI. He made that point, and Nigeria see now, we are not having 24 hours power supply. What do you guys have to say about that? Francis, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, somebody
Can
just
I?
joined us. Yeah, yeah, you can speak.
Okay.
Chibe, but Chibeze can just joined us. Chibeze, hi. Chibeze. Okay, Francis, continue.
Okay. This is what I will say. It is not during the time of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It has been happening. Why? I know the president has a good intention of making us to have 24 hours constant light, which I definitely know is this. Is planning to for us to have 24-hour light, while some of his cabal are having all powers that Nigeria should and must not have 24-hour light. So in this country, we all know, as we are praying for the good success of this country, somebody is praying for the bad thing to happen, because that is where they see their livelihood.
Okay. All right. All right. Bisola, do you have anything to say?
Mr. Abba is back. There is a question I would have loved to ask him.
Just can you write that question down? Save it. Mr. Abba might join us again before we finish. We'll bring it back.
Okay.
Yeah. Bisola, do you have anything you want to say? I want to move on to the next.
No.
Hello? Hello?
Chibueze is here. Chibueze, hi.
Hello?
You can introduce yourself, bro. Seems like Chibueze is battling with his network. Okay.
What guys?
Chibueze, did you connect an earphone? This is Bisola. This thing is coming from Bisola. All right, guys, I'll move to the next point of contention. This one was bothering me. It was regarding the election, where what actually transpired itself. The FCT minister Uh, thank God Zita is back now, so I want to talk this one. Zita, you stayed with
Yeah, my network was very bad.
okay, seems like you connected with two phone. Anyway, you can keep them
Mm-hmm.
connected. Zita, this one is for you. The election you guys did in Abuja, are you still in Abuja or you left Abuja?
Is it for me?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not asking you question, but I'm just asking if you're staying in Abuja.
If ever you see, ever since they said this election in this Abuja, my network has never been starting from that Saturday.
I
I'm sure they
I
tempered
I,
with the network.
I actually I'm fighting the election in different ways. Number one, why should the minister impose curfew on election day? Was that a right decision? That
Like,
is my question.
is that is
Like,
that is that the right thing?
yeah, because that
Like there
curfew
was
will not yeah, continue.
yeah, there was a curfew like on oh god, what's wrong again?
Hmm.
There was a curfew like I think 6 p.m. Yeah, before 6, yeah,
Yeah.
6 p.m. We had to close earlier because of the curfew. And I was like, why? For an election? Why?
And another thing about this curfew is
Before
that
the
you know how the
restricting of
police are.
movement on the day of the
Mhm.
election. The whole thing was so, I don't know. Oh,
And I used to live in Abuja, by the way. You know how police they act so recklessly. And if they catch you that you break this law, my brother, you go pay money. You will make
like,
unexpected
do
payment.
you understand?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
felt it with you guys as well.
yesterday, do
Yeah,
you know
continue.
around, okay, around Maitama, like from Yoruba mosque down to Use to Barnet. Do you
Mm.
know there were no vehicles as 5 p.m. And I was like,
Hmm.
this man, like, what
And
has curfew got to do?
it's an election day. Oh. Election day, no vehicle on the road. Because the transporters will be scared. Election day, they will be very careful. And now there is a curfew by the government and a very mad, I will not say mad, allegedly they say it's a mad cop. I mean, it's not me, it's allegedly that says he's a very, so a very somebody like that, of course, they will be very scared that, this man, if he don't talk something like this, the police will take it, they will enforce it quickly. And they will want to use somebody as a scapegoat.
Yes.
What do you have to say about that, Francis?
In this country, we just have to abide by the rules and regulation. Seriously, you just have to abide by the rules and
Rules
regulation.
and
The thing is, it's not even about abiding by the rules and the regulations. It makes us the citizens, like, it makes us feel, or it makes us like we are now like we don't know our rights, as if we have no rights. You understand? No freedom.
Yes.
Because tell me why, like, it was very annoying. And then Nigerians, they'll always take advantage
of course,
because they knew that everybody was rushing to get to their homes and there were no vehicles. They decided
mhm,
to do what?
increase
Inflict
the
the
fare.
price.
Ah,
God.
and Francis, one
It's
thing I
very
wanted to point out as she was saying this thing is that majority I've stayed in Abuja. Majority, I'll say, if Abuja is 100 people, almost 70%, that statistic is not right, but almost 70% does not have their own personal vehicle. So now put yourself
right.
in that shoe, you see, and they depend on public transportation. And now the public transporters, they will be so scared to go against the FCT minister, who is very firm with whatever he says, and
And
he
some
might
of and of which and some of these people, they work under people and their bosses don't care. Do you understand? And then it came within a short, like, Some people, they don't even, some of these, some people working, it's not like they even listen to news or they have smartphones to know about these informations. You understand? And then they're just doing their thing blindly. Do you understand? Just imagine you just walking up to somebody that the person is beating curfew, and then you're arresting the person, and then you want to tell me that you have to be abiding by the rules. I don't understand. What laws? What laws exactly?
Now,
The system is just, I don't even know what I want to say. What, imposing a curfew on your citizens for what exactly?
another point I
It's
wanted
it's
to say.
very wrong. It's very bad.
Another picture I wanted to draw. They said APC sent is it bandit or whatever, allegedly. I saw that post on Facebook. I'll just play a little of the video. Somebody was crying, saying that APC carry talks, come here. He beat us, collect ballot boss. And some other people were saying that some other places where APC came, they had to forcefully. I saw some this thing. I wish I have this thing to connect here. I would have shared the screen where they say APC had to change the number of the votes. They had to cancel PDP's votes, allegedly. I saw it somewhere. That is what I'm mentioning. They had to cancel some PDP votes and change it, the numbers. PDP score 15, they will cancel the 15 and they will write 3. And they will put their own that they score 10. They will cancel the 10 and they will put 100 and something. Let me see if I can just find that thing quickly because I saved it. Let me just see if I can find it quickly. What do you guys think about that? Do you
Possible.
think
Is it?
do you think yeah, continue. And another one thing again that happened during that day is that the minister of FCT traveled to different part of, according to the news, they say he went to different parts of these election areas, and which is some people are saying that why would he be there, because his influence there would make people want to vote or would affect the credibility of the votes. And this one is from an APC leader. Okay, speaking out, also I will not play it. According to what he was saying too, he was threatening anybody who is going to the voting area that, see, be careful. If you go and vote other political party there, you will deal with you or will move you out of FCT. What do you guys have to say about all these things? I just have evidence. I brought them out and I listed them to you guys. Do you think APC rigged the election, or what do you have to say?
In fact, I don't even just know what to say. Vote buying and rigging of election. People no longer
Sorry, let me cut you here. I think this is a video. Somebody's.
okay.
I don't know if you can hear. APC talk. We're stealing ballot boss.
Hmm.
Oh my God, Jesus! Jesus, we have to go. We have to blow off. Jesus, they're going to kill this guy. Soldier, they back! They are going to kill this
Soldier, they back and soldier is not doing anything.
They will
Hmm.
not.
And another video which I saw from Facebook, the police officer was even shocked. It happened that they came to steal. It happened that they came to steal ballot boss. They chased everybody away. Police officer around themselves. And they came back and they were shocked. Allegedly, I saw the video. I was just making a reference there to it. What do you guys think about all these situations, guys?
The thing is, I don't really. An election is ongoing. What are you doing as a minister, parading all the polling units, or what do they call it? What are you doing? Like, what happens to sitting in your back? I don't. Are you conducting? Are you the person conducting the election? This wicked self, are you the person who conduct? If it's not, if I want to, if I start talking now, Mr. Abba will
Yeah,
say,
don't talk. Don't talk, Abeg. Don't talk. Off your mic. Allegedly, say the one you have evidence with, so that we would not don't talk.
if I,
But
if,
what do you guys think about it? Do you think APC rigged the election or what?
of course, I
Of course,
don't
now
know.
this
I
do
can't
do.
tell. I can't tell. But it is alleged. It is alleged. Because what are you doing? What are you doing carrying ballot boxes? So allegedly, they did. If you ask me, they did. Allegedly. I was not there. I can't tell. But what are you doing? What are you doing as a minister? What is taking you why are you moving from one electoral polling unit to another? And then what are the thugs doing carrying the boxes? For what
But
exactly? And
you
this
know this
thing
is
starts
And what
here.
is happening what is happening to Nigeria security?
police was only from talk. I
I
beg
think
you, leave
Nigeria
them.
police are there.
This is a new
I
year.
think the soldiers are there. Why can't they follow order? Ha! But
Who
You want to
is
put their
giving the
life at risk
order?
this new year?
Who is giving the order?
it is the same
Who,
FCC
who is
minister.
giving
Do you think the
who
FCT
is
minister
giving
gave
the
an order
order?
for police to run from talk? But
They cannot
allegedly,
take
he did not.
they cannot take orders. They cannot take orders from anybody. These people, you see these personnel, they take orders from their bosses. So if their boss are not giving them the orders to do whatever it is that is right, it means their bosses are involved. Do you understand me? They can these
Yes.
people, you see these people, they don't take orders from anybody.
Yeah, continue.
They don't. You can't order to their boss. And they will just be there. They will take the buses, take the people, like they'll carry everybody and everything. They will be there, protecting nothing, waiting for an order from their boss. And if their boss are not giving them orders, it means their bosses have a hand in it. So that's just the truth.
So, in the conclusion, allegedly, APC had something to do with the election results.
It is alleged that they have something to do with it.
And something is fishing.
The fish they smell well.
Yes, of course. It's fish is seriously.
But another point of contention is that majority of the FCT residents are Muslims, and due to their fasting, they could not turn up to the election polling units to vote. What do you have to say about that? Why didn't the government think ahead of time and say, okay, these people are Muslims, so they are doing Ramadan fasting, like because of Abba, we have to schedule this thing later by 9 p.m. because of the Ramadan fasting. Whenever they are doing anything like that, they don't want anything that will affect them of being in a sin or doing anything that will just, affect their fastings. So what do you guys have to say about that? That should this election be cancelled or what?
Like
Francis,
the
Victor,
election
you have
should
the
be
table.
cancelled.
Yes.
Should the election be cancelled because of
Well,
the poor
I
calculation of the
don't
government?
know. I think no. The elections,
The election should not be cancelled and be
the
taken back.
elections should
Yeah. It should be cancelled, Abi.
be
There's a
cancelled.
lot
Yes.
of
So
commas, especially this point I just mentioned now,
no.
that the residents are fasting and they are now putting election on their fasting time.
Hello, Mr. Achievements.
Yeah,
Can I
come
come
in.
in?
Well,
Yeah, come in, come in. If you want to come in, just interrupt the person that does not want to talk and enter.
Okay.
Continue.
To me,
Yeah.
I will just say the election should be cancelled. Let
You should,
re-election be, let re-election, yes, let them re-elect, let them do the election again.
but don't forget
On what
the
The
grounds?
FCC.
election should be cancelled.
On what
the-
on what grounds? You cannot cancel. You cannot just cancel an election because of a religious um
I think
what's the word to use. You should not cancel it. The election is not meant to be cancelled because of religion, because people fasting can go out to vote too. Do you understand? I mean, if you ask me, it's meant to be holy. It's meant to be holy, so the things are meant to be done holy. So the election is not meant to be cancelled. People fasting can go out to vote. I mean, it's not prohibited. Like, do they say people fasting should not vote?
okay,
Not
no.
another point which was trending on the Twitter space is that some people now started looking at River State election, and they were now looking at what happened in FCT. They say this thing a
Hmm.
pattern, this thing a pattern. Based on say in River State, 23 local government area during the time of the former governor, the minister who is a governor when he was governor of River State. That is his pattern, according to some people, allegedly. They say win every local government area and leave one for he will leave one opening for the other party. And and the same thing he did 2023 allegedly. They said FCT minister, the results came out that PDP then, as of then when they were in PDP, they swept the PDP. All the 23 local government was given to APC during that time, and now I think those members has converted to APC. So we have 23 APCs in the house, I guess, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Now the same thing the same thing now is happening to FCT. That's six areas, geographical areas. They gave one to PDP. They took five. What do you have to say about that? And even the current governor of River State, I think they did their own local government election recently. By the 23, he created a new political party. Is it creating a new political party or joining a new political party because of his differences with the FCT minister? I guess he left the PDP and joined another political party. Using
mhm.
that political party, he won 23, he won 22 out of local government and gave one to and now FCT minister has
Yeah.
repeated that stuff.
Yeah.
But now he has come back to APC though. He has joined APC where
Hmm.
FCT minister has not joined.
It's just
So
complete.
what do you guys have to say?
Like, it's God. It's just messed up. It's Everything is messed up because nothing seems to make sense anymore. These people do whatever it is they want to do, and then they go away with it because people don't
Yes,
have
of course, because
anything
they
to
are
say. Like,
power.
whatever it is you say does not matter. It's none of their business. If you feel what they did is wrong, if you like, this is according to them. If you feel what they did is wrong, or if you feel what they did is not supposed to be done, take them to court. You understand? Take it to court. So, you know this they just do whatever it is they want to do, and then they walk away. They feel nobody, like, this Nigerian system of government is compromised. It's messed up. Everything is just, nothing is normal anymore. Nothing is normal. Everything is just abnormal. Nothing happens straight. Like, nothing happens the way it should happen. And then if there is a particular person that is trying to make things right, they try by all means to kick them out. And then, of a saying that if you cannot beat them, you join them. Everybody is now joining, because you can't beat them, so you have to join them, and then making it look
I
as
just
if
want
what they are
I
doing
just
is right.
so that you be on the phone since your network is good on connection. Guys, Abba is back. Francis, you said you have a question for Abba. Abba is on
Yes.
the phone with me.
Come back. Let me
Okay.
let me connect a statement.
You want to connect?
Let me reconnect.
Oh, okay. Try to reconnect. Whereas I want to keep you on the phone call though, in case you did not reconnect on time. Francis, hit that your question to
No, it's
Abba.
good. It's good. Just give me 1
Okay,
minute. Let me reconnect.
okay, all
Oh,
right.
okay. Try.
Okay,
All right.
okay,
He's trying to reconnect.
okay.
Yeah. I heard what you said, Zita. You were hitting a point, but the situation, according to what people are saying, that this is a pattern. This thing is not fair. This thing is not fair. How can uh, FCT wipe this thing? Because all the hopes were on ADC. ADC did not even pick any win, and ADC did not pick any win. And some people are now wondering, like Abba said that. Okay, Abba is here now. Like Abba told us that this thing, election is not by sentiments. It's not by you think win. You have to, campaign very strongly. And ADC should. This is a wake up call for ADC. And if this continues like this, there's chances that Peter Obi will not have that opportunity he had the last time. What do you guys have to say about that? And meanwhile, Abba is here. Francis, if you wish to hit him your question, feel free.
Hello, Mr. Abba.
Yes, Mr. Francis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, then.
Thank you very much.
Go on. You
I
can hit me
really,
with your questions,
I
please.
really, okay, I learned a lot from you this evening, and I'm very, very happy with that. My question goes thus: what is the way forward for the Nigeria and APC
What has happened?
good?
Abba has left again. Abba has left.
How?
He has left.
Network, network,
Let me call him
network.
direct. Okay, you're asking him for the way forward for Nigerians.
Yes, way forward now.
And I wanted to ask that question in regards to President Tinubu, because of course, in our eyes, Abba, you can stay on the phone. No need to connect, bro.
No problem.
Yeah. So he was asking a question. Take your question again, Francis.
Mr. Abba,
Yes, Mr.
my
Francis.
question goes thus: what is the way forward in Nigeria? What is the way forward in Nigeria? What is the way forward in the politics? And what is the way forward in the coming election in 2027?
With regards to election, or with regards to overall development and economy of Nigeria?
I get that.
Hello, Mr. Francis.
Yes, I can hear you. I'm with you.
So, Mr. Francis, let me try to get a better network so that I can engage. Please just give me 1 minute.
Okay, okay, okay,
I'm
okay,
going to
okay,
close all my
okay.
applications so that I can engage you. Okay, let me just do that.
Okay, okay, okay.
All right. Meanwhile, as we are waiting for Abba to connect and his network issue, I just wanted to ask one last question because I'm thinking to wrap it up here. We have almost, oh my goodness, almost 2 hours. Zita, do you have anything you wanted to add?
I was not like I was going to you asked a question. You said
Okay.
so what was Miss Abba even saying, Seth? Something about campaign. Like I don't really I don't understand. If is it how I don't know if it's what was the question again? Please ask repeat your question so I will know
No, no.
where to.
He was asking this. Okay, my own question.
Mm-hmm.
No, Abba was this guy. Francis was asking what is the way forward for Nigerians, and he was asking that question to Abba. What is the way forward
No,
to
no, no,
Nigeria?
no, no, no. It's not Mr. Francis' question. I'm not talking about. Oh,
My
Mr. Abba
own.
is here.
Yeah, my own
Yeah.
question. My own question was
Welcome back.
in
Thank you.
relation to what Abba said. Abba told us clearly that election is not about sentiment, and
Mm-hmm.
our
Right.
brother which is our brother from the south, which is Peter Obi, he did not do his work very well in aspect of he used a
Campaign.
child, a 2 years old as a narrative and say if you send your child to school now your child failed the exam. You cannot go and complain and start beating the teacher that teacher you failed my child on a purpose. You have to check your child and ask your child, did you study for this exam or not? Abba, is that what you said or not?
Yes, that was what I said.
So in that sense, uh, election is not sentiment I was trying to say. But
Mm-hmm.
my question to Abba from that question where Francis was asking, what is the way forward? Francis' question is what is the way forward, Abba? Then I wanted to ask you,
Mm,
considering the four bitter 4 years, because Buhari own 4 years was a little bit bitter. But this
mm.
4 years we just passed now was the most bitter because the dollar crashed so much, Abba. Abba, you're a businessman too. It affected you.
Yeah, it does. It does, Mr. Achievement. It does.
Even the electricity is bad. Abba, you once complained to me about insecurity. Your
Yeah,
farmland
of course I
was
did.
your businesses and other things. It affected everybody, bro. What do you have to say about
Of course,
that?
bro.
And you now still you did not even think about any good way forward. Your idea now is to still go back to your uh, APC. So you have two questions, Abba. And Zita,
Okay,
if you want
Mr. Achievement.
anybody anything, you can interrupt. All right. Yeah, continue.
Mr. Achievement, my major concern is that Peter Obi actually has to redraw his own line and reassess his own approach with regards to campaign for elections. I will strongly advise Peter Obi to engage the power brokers in the north, make an alliance with people like Konkoso, or at least get some key political figures in the north to back him up. Because for you to come to the north and say that you're going to make and take Baba Ahmad, who is Baba Ahmad in the north? Baba Ahmed is not a political figure with a strong grassroots connection. If Peter Obi can be able to engage people like Konkoso and widen his campaign and
Don't forget
set
now.
aside religion,
Don't forget now. He
Mr.
has Nasuri Erifai. He has Atiku Abubakar. Those are strong
But
people
but
for
the
the
issue
north.
is that the issue is that it is very difficult. It is unlikely that Peter Obi is going to win the ticket in ADC. It's unlikely because it's like for me, Atiku Abubakar has already built his own home. Most of the ADC stakeholders are Atiku's boys. Are you getting me? They are his long-term PDP friends that have been voting him and have been helping him in election. In each state that you will see that Atiku just take his own PDP structure and take it to ADC. So in that sense, the only option for Peter Obi in that sense for him to take VP, because I don't see Peter Obi winning the ADC ticket. That's actually not something that will happen. And again, with regards to Nigeria's problem, let me tell you, my brothers, we're all Nigerians, and there are things that for me and Achievement, we stayed in India. If you look at the systems there, like there are systems that one will be asking, why should Nigeria not have these systems? The main problem we have now is that if Peter Obi will come to office and if he's going to do the right thing, you guys are the ones that will revolt against him. A good example is, for example, if you go to history, when you look at the development strategy of Southeast Asia, which is one of the fastest development story in the world, you will see that they use economic protectionism towards developing their own societies. They protect their own economies. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yes.
They protect their own economies. Number one, through tariffs. Number two, through border closure. All these strategies were implemented in Nigeria after the coming of Buhari in the last 8 years. The major issue is that Buhari, for example, he closed the border in northern Nigeria, tried his best to say he incentivized domestic production, supported people like Dangote, and supported almost, in fact, if you talk about companies like Innocent Motors, Proforce, when you look at there is no sector of the economy that has not felt the impact of Buhari's policies in the last 8 years. In fact, during that period, one can see that Nigeria has launched one of the largest industrialization and infrastructure project in Africa. But the issue is that for us in Nigeria, I know Buhari has not have that kind of PR to tell people what he has been doing. So, but the analysts really know the facts. The issue is that for us in Nigeria, are we really willing to be patient? There is no president that will come to Nigeria today
My brother,
and say that he's going to.
it is past 16 years. Is it 16 years or we are almost approaching 16 years under APC?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
bro.
you're asking us to still be patient, bro.
It's
And
not
you're
about
asking us to still be
look,
patient.
look, let me tell you something, Mr. Achievement. It's not about being emotional. When you look at India, I know you have been to India, Mr. Achievement. India's development, India developed in over 100 years plus. Systems are not built overnight. My main concern is that for Nigeria to be able to prioritize development, mobilize local resources for development, and for the government to establish a synergy between its own policies and citizens' aspirations, this is where the gap is. For example, now, people say that Buhari has failed, but when you look at production capacity, President Buhari has left the private sector in a much better position comparable to the Tinubu's administration. Tinubu now came, they now tell him that, look, the Naira was overvalued, he have to devalue the Naira further. Tinubu devalued the Naira. They tell him that food inflation is at all-time high, he has to allow food importation, he allowed food importation. All these neoliberal policies that you are saying are the same policies that Peter Obi is anchoring. Devalue the Naira, liberalize the economy. If you do that, then what are you planning for local industries? We are basically making our own economy more or less a dumping ground.
Don't forget.
Unfortunately, yes, sir.
Don't forget, Peter Obi is talking about from consumption to production. He always
yes, but you know, do you know something? Consumption to production is not something that will happen overnight. You need an industrial policy for that. If you talk about consumption to production, then he has to be fair and sincere to Nigerians. He must not promise Nigerians that Nigeria is just going to be developed overnight. If you look at the pains taken in building Japan, in building Korea, in building Taiwan, you will realize that Nigerians are not really willing to take this pain. For example, today, Nigeria has to apply tariffs on almost all imports if Nigeria really wants to industrialize and support local industries. Applying means that
you're audible, bro.
Hello? Okay.
Applying
tariffs means that yes, if you apply tariffs, that could spike inflation. And the main irony is that for Nigeria to industrialize, Nigeria needs a consistent investment of about $30-50 billion annually for the next 10 to 15 years. This is when Nigeria will industrialize. But anything less than that, that will never happen. And unfortunately, I was making a point that Nigeria has never taken industrialization and infrastructure serious, except in the last 8-10 years. Some of you were actually doubting me. But Mr. Achievement, I should ask you this. You should go and check in the whole history of Nigeria. There is no any president in Nigeria's history that started a real project and finished it within his time, except President Buhari. But maybe we can still keep that aside. But the reality is that most Nigerians they just went to UK, they just went to Saudi Arabia, they went to Qatar, but they are saying that Nigeria must be like Saudi Arabia or Qatar. That should not happen. The income per capita is different. Nigeria actually has a very large budget, but most of the budget of about $40-50 billion, majority of the budget goes to social spending, recurrent government expenditure. That for Nigeria to mobilize money for industrialization, Nigeria has to cut the money it is spending for healthcare, the money it is investing in education, and in fact, this is the same strategy that India has used. Am I audible, please?
You're audible, my brother.
Yes. My own concern is that
you're shocking the ADC members. Francis,
it's not about look. You know something. It's not shocking, my brother.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about reality. If we said Peter Obi is going to develop Nigeria, we should also ask how is Peter Obi going to develop Nigeria? What are the costs? What policies is he coming to bring on board? Are we really willing to support those policies? I wrote an article. I was even saying that I suggest that Nigerians, because Nigeria doesn't have the past glories of Nigeria were gone. When Nigeria has enough oil revenue, like during President Muhammadu Buhari's, like during Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's time and during Obasanjo's time, when Nigeria has golden age in oil revenue, Nigeria didn't use those money to invest in real infrastructure, build roads, build rail infrastructure, which are the backbones of every industrialization, build power. And now today, for you to build power, for example, a current estimate says that Nigeria needs at least 100,000 megawatts of power for it to have sustainable power. If you talk about 100,000 megawatts of power, it means that if you ask an engineer, he will tell you that for you to build 1 megawatt power infrastructure, you need about $1 million. It means $1 million times 100,000, it will give you something roughly around 100 billion US dollars. This is power alone. If you look at rail sector, in rail sector, we need about almost $100 billion worth of investment in that sector. When you look at it, when you look at Nigeria's national budget and the fiscal space, you will realize that the money is not there. In fact, those leaders, yes.
Let me put you. There you said the money is not there.
Money is not there.
Taking back Francis' question,
yes.
Election is approaching. We have seen APC for almost 12 years now. What is the way forward? Don't you guys want us to see another political party that can bring something out?
For me, do you know something? Let me be sincere. Let me be sincere to myself, and that is my conscience. I deliberately don't write online. Why? Because it's that most of what I'm going to tell people is not what people want to hear. People really want to hear something that putting blame on someone or telling them that something that is a quick result. My main concern is not about the political parties that will be coming on board. There is no synergy between the political party that you are bringing on board and development. They are all the same politicians. And unfortunately, in Nigeria, we do not have like the inspirational leaders, like the Meiji of Japan, who were able to mobilize people who have extremely strong IQ. Are you getting me? That have been that will be able to bring quick, sharp, unconventional and highly effective solutions to drive industrialization. My main issue is that, my brother, don't focus on the political party, number one. Number two is that if people love Peter Obi, especially from the South, I hope that Peter Obi will become president. Because, for example, if you look at Buhari during his term, you will see that in the North, people only want him to become president. But when you analyze Buhari, he doesn't have the intellectual depth to lead Nigeria. But because of his own nationalism and the zeal to bring development, when you look at most of his faults, most of his flaws, at least when you look at infrastructure, he has done something that in Nigeria, it generally takes like 30 to 40 years to build such infrastructure. Are you getting me? And he has implemented some robust industrialization.
It takes 30 to what?
30 to 40 years. It will generally take 30 to 40 years to build this infrastructure in Nigeria, except for Buhari.
What Buhari has done in 8 years will take 30 to 40 years to do in Nigeria.
Of course, except at the pace Nigeria was going before Buhari came to office, it will have taken 30 to 40 years to build those infrastructure.
Francis, do you have any question in that? Because
thank you. Exactly, infrastructure has built that.
Okay, please. Thank you for asking, Zita.
Here again, because most of the South did not see anything Buhari did. I don't know what the North are saying that Buhari did. Continue.
No, actually, bro, let me give you a good example. When you talk
I'm
about,
actually confused that I'm confused about Buhari did.
You know, actually, we're actually going just based on emotion. We set emotions aside. Now, when you look at Buhari,
it's not based on emotion at all. It's not based on emotion. Zita,
you asked me, Zita, you asked me, for example, you asked me what Buhari has done in infrastructure, and I'm giving you answers. Okay, Bisla, When you look at Wari to Itape rail infrastructure, Wari Itape, Wari is Delta, is in the south, and Itape is in Kogi State. This is about 360-kilometer rail project.
I
This
remember
was a
that.
proposed rail infrastructure project that was proposed since the 1980s and was never concluded and never come into limelight until when Buhari came. When you take the case of Lagos to Kano rail project, it was first awarded during the reign of President Goodluck Ebele, President Obasanjo in 2003. He awarded it to CCEC, but no construction started until when Goodluck Ebele Jonathan came to office. He now engaged CCEC to start that of Kaduna and Abuja. It was Buhari that came to office, concluded that of Kaduna Abuja, and also started Kano to Kaduna, and also built and commissioned that of Lagos to Ibadan. Same Buhari, if you look at our airport terminals, there were old proposals since during Ebele Jonathan for rehabilitating, for building new airport terminals. It was Buhari that came to office and built those terminals. And you look at them, the evidences are there. When you look at the second Niger Bridge, it was a legacy project that the people of the Eastern Nigeria had been yearning for. It has never come into limelight.
The Southeast in particular celebrated that bridge sincerely. Continue.
They should. Mr. Achievement, if you look at Yobe, if you look at Maiduguri to Kano Road, it was awarded since the time of Obasanjo in 2006. Buhari in total was able to build about 9,000 kilometers of road network. The total kilometers of road in Nigeria owned by the federal government of Nigeria is 36,000 kilometers of highways. When you come to analyze, when you saw the level, we were crawling. It was only when Buhari came and bring that initiatives like Sukuk, that was when Nigeria was trying to catch up in infrastructure. When you compare Nigeria to other African countries, it was shit. Just imagine Nigeria before 2015. Just imagine how we were. It's not about talking about development. We don't need to make all this.
Buhari gave us one promise that he did not accomplish. He told us that during his own era, that there will be no more killing, no more. In fact, he said Boko Haram will be a thing of the past. But bro, during his era, man, everywhere was hot. What do you have to say about that?
Bro, sincerely speaking, when talk about
it's even worse than that era now.
Mr. Achievement, when you look at the issue of Boko Haram, now you take it. Boko Haram has not evolved overnight. And most of the crises that actually came during Buhari and get worse, they were actually crises that have been there. But the reality is that there is no president in Nigeria's history that has invested in Nigeria's defense capabilities like Buhari. Even just come to notice, when you look at this Super Tucano that President Buhari bought from US to fight Boko Haram, we have seen the impact here in the Northeast. When you look at the JF-17 Thunder aircraft, the F-17 attack helicopters, and many more, Nigeria has never ever bought military infrastructure like during Buhari. And beyond that, our religious sentiments, for example, here I'm in the North, some people have this kind of idea that there is already this ideology that in the North that Boko is already haram, even before this time. They see there's this kind of misleading belief there. So many people have not gone to school here. The level of education has been really disturbing. Are you getting me, please? So when you look at what is still happening in the Southeast, if you look at the case of Nnamdi Kanu, like somebody coming in, exploiting the opportunism of Nigeria's weaker states to fight the states. So these are kind of issues that undermines Buhari's ability to establish security in Nigeria. And these challenges, even Peter Obi vote him. I'm just telling you this. When Buhari came, the Nigerian armed forces have limited capability for air attacks. Now they do have this. Even if Peter Obi came, I only have good faith in him. He may only manage these problems. With the current systems we have in Nigeria, he may only end up managing these problems.
Francis, you have is it Francis? Francis, do you have any further questions for Abba? Abba said he has showed you what Buhari did, though. Even myself,
Okay,
I
Mr. Achievement. Mr.
yeah,
Achievement, let me give you a comparison. Have you ever had any terrorism that started in one country that that even America ended? America went into Syria, and if left Syria, ISIS is still there.
yeah.
America entered Afghanistan. America left Afghanistan. So these are
Mm,
systemic. When you go to Pakistan, Pakistan is still battling with terrorism. India
of
still
course,
have remnants of terrorism. So
of
these are
course.
kind of systemic problems. And since 2003, American embassy has been writing to Nigeria that some religious scholars are preaching terrorism, that Nigeria should take action. But
Mm,
most of us here, even if Nigeria during Obasanjo wanted taking action because of religious sentiment and our zeal, we just want to believe something. We don't trust in the government again. We don't even want to know what the government is doing, what it's intending to do, because of the state failure. The government was not able to take action until when already the ideology was already established,
mm.
and it's almost too late.
You're right, Abba. Francis, do you have anything you want to add or any question you want to ask him? Because for me, as he was talking, and I remember that during that Buhari turn, there is this our Pampe OP that is very popular, and we can access easy loan, quick loan, bro. I remember that Buhari invested in that. I think he was the one that initiated that program, and
Of
now,
course, let me tell you something. When you look at fintech
yeah,
revolution, uh,
yeah,
they were mostly executed during Buhari, and most of his policies in the area of startups, are you getting me? In the
yeah,
area of supporting
and that
business
BVN,
ideas, they
that
really make
BVN,
impact.
yeah, NIM, BVN, those were very impactful. Yeah, continue, Abba.
My just prayer is that our people, even like, let me just tell you something. One also have personal passion. For example, I just want one thing. If you ask me who I want to become president of Nigeria, I would tell that even though I don't have emotional attachments and I try not to be regional, but the economic reality is that I know that, because I know the limits of the government. I know what the government can do today and what the government can do in many years. And I know I actually follow the books of
Mm,
the government, the balance sheet of the government. I actually check them and follow them up. So I know definitely that the only person that I just want, maybe the only thing, while I will say that I would like Konkoso to become, is because he have this kind of idea that he love northern Nigeria, and I know he might bring more infrastructure like rail, like Hai Buhari brought. He might bring like more rail projects, more infrastructure. But bro, aside that, I don't really see, because what the politicians are really saying, nobody is saying anything new.
mm,
Whatever the politicians are saying is the same thing the government is on deck on. Are you getting me? So I don't
yeah,
really have someone that I do have that confidence in him, that when he become president of Nigeria, he's going to quickly like do magic. Are you getting me? Or not even do magic, or he's going to put some. If anyone, Peter Obi or otherwise, ask him how is he going to do it, and what is the situation on ground for the government? How much does the government have? What is the SWOT analysis of the government? The strength, opportunities, weaknesses, and threats of the government. You analyze that.
but
So
but
if you
don't you
can't,
guys but don't you guys see it this way? An Igbo man
yes,
has never been the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and this is an opportunity for you guys. Even P2B
mm,
even confirmed, because the presidency is after 4 years to the south. Sorry, after 8 years to the south, another 8 years to
mm.
the north. And he agreed on his statement that I'll just do 4 years and complete the 8 years of the south and give it back to the north. Why wouldn't you guys consider P2B for just these 4 years? Let him come and then go.
bro, let me tell you the truth is that for me, I don't have that. Sincerely speaking, I don't have high hope in Nigerian politicians, because I
Mm,
have not seen a politician that is really, really talking about the problems and determined to bring innovative solutions. But because, bro, if
mm,
you look at what happened in Asia, Southeast Asia, you realize that they built it's almost a world within themselves. They bring solutions that work within their own society. Are you getting
mm.
me, please, bro?
Yeah.
My main concern is that Peter Obi, if you give him 4 years, he's not going to resign after 4 years. He's going to do 8 years. Bro, did he want to become
Then,
president of
then
Nigeria?
you guys can vote him out. See, you're the one that
For,
gave me
no,
information.
no, 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 bro. No, 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 bro. No, no, bro. For me, let me tell you something. I want an Igbo man to become president of Nigeria just for national unity.
Just for
But
national unity.
just for national unity.
You don't
Because
think
I
they will bring
know,
anything special?
wallahi achievement, I swear to God, this thing, this system that Nigeria is into, this system, unless somebody disrupted it or think outside the box, then Nigeria can move outside. There was something that I told that I started talking about an article that I started writing. I was trying to advise the government that the government should consider mobilizing national volunteer force that will come, that will be building roads and infrastructure for the government for free, while the government only provide the materials for the infrastructure. Because this is the only shortcuts. Because when Nigeria doesn't have infrastructure, it will never develop. You cannot develop without having, at least in Nigeria, a rail network that connects each and every local government in Nigeria. At least a standard gauge rail project, rail line.
Okay.
The achievement, you know this. You cannot develop without this.
Okay.
Or at least the government should set up a company like how China set up the CCEC, China Civil Engineering Construction Company. The federal
Yeah.
government should set up its own company so that every contract, so that the government can cut the cost of infrastructure. Every contract will be executed by the government company, and the profits will still be invested in infrastructure. But unless a magic happens, we're still going to stay where we are.
You're right, Abba. All right, Abba. Francis, do you have anything you wanted to contribute?
No, I don't have. He has already in my mindset to something. Seriously.
He shocked you. You don't know Buhari did something during his
I'm serious. I'm
eh?
serious.
Bisola,
I'm serious.
Bisola,
He has
come,
really made me to be very serious by
Yes,
this time.
I'm
Bisola,
sorry with my network.
Bisola, come. You don't know
Abona,
Buhari did something during
let me
his
tell you something.
campaign. He shocked you. Continue, Abba.
Let me tell you something. For example, if you go to Kano in northern
My
Nigeria,
network, sorry.
it's one of the states that Francis, it's one of the states that always insult Buhari. Do you know what? Do you know what? In the next in the next 4 to
But
5 years, I can tell you this. There will be no any region that is interconnected. There is no region that will have the infrastructure of Kano. For example, Buhari built a road. That road almost, though the road is still, there is part of it that has
Talking
not been
about
completed.
Buhari.
Kano Abuja, Kaduna, and there is Kano Katsina road. Buhari still at the same time, he built the AKK gas infrastructure connecting Abuja, Kaduna, Kano, an industrial loop. He have also started building rail infrastructure, but this administration is continuing that because already he has taken the loan from China to build a rail infrastructure that connects Kano, Kaduna, that also connects Kano to Jigawa to Maradi. One of the major issues that Buhari, let me give you a good example, let me give you a good story here. One of the issues that really undermines Buhari's capacity to provide infrastructure, wallahi, Mr. Achievement, is the issue of financing. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, Moriara Adua, and others, they had good opportunity to build Nigeria, but they refused to build intangible infrastructure. A good example is Buhari wanted to build a rail infrastructure connecting the coastal. This coastal road was initiated during Jonathan, but you see, the implementation was even only during Tinubu. Buhari wanted to start with building a rail infrastructure connecting the entire coastal states, the coastal rail. That rail was anticipated to cost Nigeria about 14 billion US dollars. Nigeria tried its best. Nigeria seeks for international funding from Standard Chartered Bank. In fact, many international funders were approached, but nobody showed interest in financing that rail infrastructure project. Had it been Buhari got the money, that region would have been a single industrial loop again. Again, when you look at, yes.
I wanted to cut you, but just finish what you're saying, then I'll cut you because I'm taking you back to another topic again. Finish
All
up.
right, no issue.
Yeah.
Again, when you look at Again, when you look at Buhari also proposed to build a rail infrastructure that connects new standard gauge rail infrastructure that connects Port Harcourt to uh, Port Harcourt to Maiduguri. But unfortunately, he couldn't get funding
I
for
think
that, and he
is that
only
I think
started.
that project is ongoing.
Yeah, but you know, he was only what was ongoing was only a rehabilitation of the old narrow gauge. So they
Okay.
started Port Harcourt to Aba. You will see Port Harcourt to Aba was commissioned even during Buhari era. The major
Yeah.
factors, the major impediment to Buhari was
But
Nigeria was not.
don't forget the minister of transportation as of then was fantastic. The former governor of River State. I just have to call him Rotomi Amechi. He was the one doing all these important things. Even he renovated, I think, the one coming to Lagos, the Lagos
Mm.
Kano one. He completed
Yeah,
it, if I'm not mistaken,
no,
and he
they
commissioned
started
it.
renovating it, but they started
Yeah.
renovating it. But do you know that? But do you know that beyond that, when you look at the entire infrastructure strike in Nigeria during Buhari, in fact, you will not see any state in Nigeria that you cannot count Buhari's project beyond even this rail and massive infrastructure. Because when the government came,
That
it
is
was during
true.
when Buhari came, there was a committee that was set up to assess Nigeria's infrastructure deficits. And wallahi
Mm.
achievement, you will be shocked if you hear the money needed to bridge Nigeria's infrastructure deficits. Nigeria
But
needs at least 3 trillion USD, $3 trillion to bridge its
but
infrastructure deficits.
But coming back to my topic, what the question I wanted to ask you, where Buhari came last, because of course we acknowledge that some of them here, even this Bisola and Francis, they don't even know that Buhari was fantastic during his turn. They are surprised
Yeah,
now hearing all these things you're saying. So,
yeah,
but we'll see agree that Buhari came last in aspect of security. His security team was very bad. Even as to some point, he sacked his minister. Is it chief of army staff? He removed
mm.
somebody and brought another person in, if I'm not mistaken. And why? My question is, why didn't Buhari approve that community policing? Because that would have helped the north more compared to even the south. Because the north needed something like that. If I was in the north now. I even came to Jos at some point. I don't know if you remember. At Jos,
Mhm.
even Kaduna, you travel a long distance before you see another village, and the village is always isolated in middle of nowhere, where you see nobody for a very long journey. I think that community policing would have been one very fantastic something. What do you have to say
You
about
know,
that?
Mr. Achievement. To be frank, let me tell you something. At the point when Buhari came, Nigeria Nigeria doesn't even have the air capability to confront these bandits and terrorists. Are you getting me?
But Jonathan
Almost all the
actually,
let me tell you something, Mr. Achievement.
yeah.
Almost all the military platforms that we have in Nigeria were acquired during Buhari. And
Hmm.
security, Mr. Achievement, security is not something that can be done overnight. For example, if you brought, for example, new military platforms, you have to
Yeah.
take your Nigerian soldiers, you have to take them abroad to get trained on how to deploy those technologies. After getting trained, they will now come back here and they will start experimenting them. So one of the major issues that actually make
Why would they take a police a army officer abroad for training,
let me
bro?
give you a good example. Like even operating, for example, operating JF-17 Thunder aircraft, multi-roller aircraft, you have to take Nigerian Air Force abroad to learn how to operate these technologies. Why?
Why?
Because we do not have the capacity. The Air Force almost we don't have the capacity.
My
Only
brother,
only what we have then were Alpha jets. Alpha jets were olden days jets,
eh?
and this is the reality.
That is too much
So
expenses now.
achievement, how are you going to do it?
Taking a
Mr. Achievement, again, when you look at it,
we
when you
have
look at it again,
we
Mr.
have
Achievement, Nigeria's Defense Industrial Corporation, when you look at it, it was never doing anything until during Buhari. When you look at private defense contractors like Profos that produce defense equipment, it was only supported during Buhari. The main issue is that this issue of insecurity is something that is highly critical because it is not that the government want insecurity to continue, but I can tell you this: the Nigerian state lack the capacity to contain this insecurity. That's the reality. When Buhari came, he was building the capacity, and when he left, again, because of the vague nature of insecurity. Look at northeastern Nigeria. Northeastern Nigeria is larger than Afghanistan. And look at what is happening in the southwest. In the northeast, in the northwest. Look at the terrain. Look at it. And even America spent almost $2 trillion in Afghanistan. I'm telling you this, Nigeria doesn't have even the defense technologies. Almost everything has to be imported. And they are paid in dollar. And the economy was not actually going well because oil prices were going down. The government was just in desperation to fight insecurity, build infrastructure, industrialize. Nigeria has never shown there is no any time in Nigeria where the government shows a level of desperation to develop like during Buhari. But the local constraint and international constraint and the reality and the economic reality and realities of processes for development really were what undermines those processes. Again, when we talk about community policing, these were all signs of state failure. We have community policing here in northeastern Nigeria. People have already taken over arms. People are protecting themselves. Even if the government didn't approve it, whether the government approved or otherwise, it's still the same thing. But the main issue is that it's not about community policing. The government should build the capacity of its armed forces to be able to better confront terrorists. And Nigeria can never have security unless and until Nigeria builds indigenous defense industry, number one. Number two, build the capacity of its own military forces on counterterrorism, though Nigeria is still learning process and so much has to be done. My only issue with Buhari is that when he came to office, trying to support Dangote to build the refinery by providing imports waiver and other stuffs, I would have loved that the government try to instead of Dangote refinery, push Dangote to build to acquire Ajakuta steel, and the government should invest about $20 billion, while Dangote should also invest like Dangote and other private investors should bring like 30 to 40 billion dollar again, making building a whole steel city of about $50 billion. That Ajakuta, that investment again would be a more revolutionary approach to Nigeria's long-term industrialization, because most of the aspects of the refinery equipment they can be produced in that Ajakuta steel. Are you getting me? After reviving the Ajakuta rail infrastructure, if Buhari has done this, but I actually know that Buhari is not an industrialist. He was just in desperation to deliver results. So these were kind of missteps that were done with the government. But at least this guy, he has done what I have not seen any president has done with regards to industrialization and infrastructure.
And one thing we would say, rest in peace to Buhari, because he has already passed away. Abba, I would have loved to continue, but next week we'll still have it again, depending on the schedule of availability, because I need to round up now. Our time is almost 11 o'clock Nigeria time now, so I have to let you guys. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Francis, do you have anything to say to just round up? Or you're still shocked?
I don't have much to say. All I just want to say is thank you for enlightening me more
Francis is
on Nigeria politics.
Thank you very much, Mr. Francis.
Buhari worked a lot, but actually we did not. I would say, due to the insecurity, the things Buhari did was not too obvious to us, because our attention was like 100 people died, 200 people died, and like somebody once said that during when a president is in power, most oppositions, I would say allegedly, I don't know, but they will say most oppositions used to pay for all these things, all these atrocities to happen, just to spoil the image of the president. And the same thing happened when Buhari.
Mr. Chivo, that's another topic. That's another topic for next week. We can actually do all that, okay?
Yeah. Maybe that for next week I'll bring it up. And insecurity affected Buhari image so much, and nobody even.
We can actually discuss more on. We can actually get more on politics and insecurity. But my main concern is our lack of patriotism. For me, I'm having this conscience, like I'm very much cautious whatever I'm doing. I have this conscience that I will do something that will help Nigeria, and I will not do something that is detrimental to both the Nigerian government Nigeria as a state. So I'm really cautious about that. And at times we have to avoid taking speculations, like going into depth to know what's actually happening.
But no problem. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining, and I'll let you guys go. Good night.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Good night.
Francis. Nice
All
to meet you,
right.
Francis. I hope
Bye-bye.
to meet you next time.
No problem.